Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, welcome once again. Happy Saturday, and welcome to the Pan African Alliance. I hope the one person listening to me can hear me. If you can hear me, please just put a one in the comment box so that I'm sure I'm not speaking to myself. All right, ladies and gentlemen, today we're going to have a very short stream, a very short discussion. Something I noticed, and I just want to make a comment on it. If you've been on these YouTube streams, you must have been met with the idea that white people in South Africa, they live like God, while the black people, they actually live like they live the lower class. Like all white people are doing good and what all black people are doing bad. But actually, that is not really the case. I've been doing some research as I came up to some really, really important, or I don't know, I don't want to say important, but some findings, some videos that prove otherwise. I will just be sharing some of those videos, and we will be doing some reaction and some comments. So that we could actually see that there's actually something wrong. It's not just about the white people that they are all more organized. It's just about human beings. Okay, so yeah, so I'll be sharing some videos. So we're gonna start with this one. Let's see if I can share it. Um, yeah, let's start with this one and we'll make some comment. I think most of you must have seen this videos. So uh,
This suggests that there is another side to the story. White poverty in South Africa has doubled since the non-racial election in 1994. People like Elsabe Blicknot are stepping in to help. She goes door to door in poor white areas with bags of food.
When I first met Sis and her family, they were all sleeping on the floor around the cement. They had no beds, they had no furniture, they had absolutely nothing.
Living conditions similar to what you will find in many of the black townships. This tiny house is a home for two families.
Okay, okay, okay. This is just one of these things that it kinds of baffles your thinking. If we think about South Africa, as I said earlier, the whites are doing actually good. The whites control South Africa. The whites live in like beautiful neighborhoods. Everything is good. And for the Africans, they live in the most poor areas and things like that. But videos like this, it's like a controversy to what is happening. So the question is, what is happening to these white people? Are they actually South Africans, or are they foreign South Africans? Or why are these people, these particular white people, what is wrong with them? Why are the blacks or the other white South Africans not helping them? Okay, so we're gonna get into this argument and we're gonna react, and then we're gonna understand that it's not just about being white, it's about the system that if it does not support you, you're still the same. You understand? So maybe the other white South Africans live in they're being supported by the system. I don't know, whatever. But these ones, for some reason, have been left out. Are they actually left out, or what's going on? Let's just watch. This is where they live. Come on, I can live there.
Laura Fenter and her children, her sister's family. Her mother, Petronella Casimir, lives here too, and they all survive on her $94 a month pension. Petronella believes that
Okay, okay, okay. $94 a month pension. 94 dollars a month pension for two families. These are white South Africans. These are white South Africans. And when we are on these YouTube streams, you will hear a lot of people say, "Oh, the black South Africans are being ruled by the white South Africans." Things like that, and they live in the most beautiful areas, and the white South Africans live in the most the blacks live in the poor areas, and the white lives in good areas. That's not true. Okay, okay. That's not actually really, really true. So, Kifaro, how prevalent is this condition among white people? Well, you need to tell me. That's what we're trying to know. So, if you know, you need to tell me how this is prevalent among white people. So the issue is, why are they living in this condition? We know we have like Orania, okay? We have Orania, the town for white people, okay? That's only white people should go to Orania. These are white people. Why are they not in Orania? Why are they living in this kind of condition? So we will talk to that. I don't know the percentage, but we will see the percentage, and we will understand why do they have to live like this? Why are they not the ones living in the most in the best conditions? So let's just listen, and we'll comment later.
there's only one reason why they are in this desperate state. It started, she says, when the black government came to power 15 years ago.
In the past, in the past 8 years, and it's a white government.
Oh, okay. Now it's the black government. When the black government came to power, all the privilege they were having, they don't have it anymore. So actually, these people were not even good for nothing. As human beings, as citizens, they could not be productive. But just because they were white people, they were given these advantages, and when these advantages were taken away from them, they actually became who they are. So this ideology that white people are super intelligent, organized, it may not be true. So let's just keep listening.
So, put them down, and then now it's your time to put us down.
It is a common feeling among white South Africans who have fallen on hard times. They are the victims, they say, of affirmative action, or what they call reverse discrimination. Virtually every person in this room feels that way. They all lived and worked during the apartheid era. They are left with meager pensions and come to this community center twice a week for a free meal. They don't talk openly, but ask a few questions and the bitterness rises.
I'm sorry, but it's the truth. The black, sorry, it's the truth. It's getting the job. The white people is staying down.
This is quite interesting. You understand? The black people taking the job and the white people staying behind. You understand? So I wish some South Africans to come over here and clarify me. So let's just listen, and that's quite interesting.
true that South Africa has its own version of affirmative action. It's called Black Economic Empowerment, and it was seen as vital in the new South Africa. Go to any one of the government ministries in Pretoria today, and most of the civil servants are black. It used to be that most of the faces you'd see on the streets here were white. Under the apartheid system, if you were a white person, you got a job.
If you did very badly at school, didn't go to university, were a bit of a lower bar, you would find your way into the state apparatus. You'd become a bureaucrat or something like that.
Of course, it wasn't just government workers, the entire labor market changed. Years later, blacks and whites are now competing for jobs on equal terms, and whites don't always come out on top. Dirk van der Dradu is a mechanic.
I haven't been able to find a job for 6 months. I used to be on the streets.
He's now got a one-room house on a small plot of land. This camp was set up by a nearby community organization, mainly whites. Without it, the people here would be homeless.
There are settlements like this all across South Africa, but what makes this one special is that the man who could be this country's next president came here to visit.
Jacob Zuma, now the president of the ANC, was said to be shocked at the conditions.
And I was very keen, as one of those who believe that all South Africans should live in harmony. There should be no South African who must live in poverty, whether white or black or yellow.
His visit drew attention to an issue that wasn't comfortably discussed in South African society. In a country where the vast majority of poor people are black, it seemed wrong to talk about a few poor white people. Coverage of the Zuma visit changed that.
Okay, so there's one thing I'm learning from this documentary. White people are not these great people. They can organize your society, they can live in harmony and things like that. The blacks are not organized. It's just clear that these people were being favored, even they were like stupid and dumb, even they could not do nothing. It was just a system of favoritism. And when that system of favoritism was taken away from them and they could not compete with the people in South Africa, they have to go to live in these Shanku towns. Why are those who live in those Shanku towns? Why can't they organize? If they are these great people, why can't they come together and build something of nothing, as people claim that the white people, everywhere you keep them, they can just build and make the societies great? Why are they not doing this? Why are they living in these kinds of deplorable situation and expect the black people to help them? And actually, there's a lot of black people helping these poor people to get them out of the street. We're gonna see them more. And this lady she's even shocked. She's shocked to say, "Oh, these people living in this kind of condition, I did not believe." So let's listen.
I couldn't believe it. Why? Because in the apartheid, whites used to get everything, and blacks were the one who were suffering. So it was a shock to see that.
How did you feel when you saw that? How did it make you feel?
I felt uncomfortable because I couldn't believe it. It's okay with blacks because we used to it, but whites, it's
No, this is a stupid lady. How can you say it is okay for you to live in such deplorable condition? Let's listen. I just hope she didn't say that.
unbelievable.
That's it.
Did you feel sorry for them?
Yeah, I did feel sorry for them.
Traveling
Now
around,
let me go back.
Yeah, I did feel
Did you feel sorry for
blacks because we used to it. It's okay. Uncomfortable because I couldn't believe it. It's okay with blacks because we used to it, but whites,
Why are you used to it? Why are you used to living in that kind of condition? I don't understand this mentality. It's okay for black people to live in poor conditions and white people live in good condition. You're just an idiot. But let's listen.
it's unbelievable.
Did you feel sorry for them?
Yeah, I did feel sorry for them.
traveling around, speaking with people in the black community, we were told that when it comes to poverty, color shouldn't matter.
When you see a white child who's 5 years old who's homeless,
But this is the thing. Look at now. These black people feel sorry for those white people, their living conditions. They feel that it is inhuman for someone to live like that. But during the apartheid, it was not the same thing. The white people did not care about these black people. They wanted you to live. They didn't even want you to have a decent life as a human beings. They excluded you from anything that they thought it could make you live better. But now the table has been turned, and now these black people, they actually see that as, oh, okay, look, this is not right. People should not live in such a condition. Well, there's something actually special about black people. Let's listen to this guy.
Evokes in you the same feelings that it would evoke when you see a black child, because that's what our struggle was about, a response, a moral response to suffering and poverty and injustice.
For World Focus, I'm Martin Seemungle in Johannesburg.
All right, all right, all right. That is quite interesting. And yeah, so I have some pictures here to share. I was expecting Lozi is supposed to join me and let's talk about this topic. But yeah, he's not here. So these are the kinds of conditions that you have white South Africans that live like this. What's wrong? Okay, what's wrong? What happens to your high IQ? What happened to them being able to create a society from nothing? What happened for them? What happened to that, like, superior race can create something from nothing? They can't. So there's nothing like a superior race. I think people just have advantage, and if you give people an advantage over another people, they actually thrive more than them. This is what is happening right now in South Africa. So the idea that, oh, these people, white people, or this, they can do this, is a lie. Because if they could actually build, you would not see some black white people like this in South Africa. But there are a lot, and we have some good Samaritans. We've got some black guy. I'm going to show you some of his videos. He's going around trying to save these high IQ, intelligent South African white people that they can build their own community. The advantage was taken away from them, and now they just become like any other person. They are not that smart. So this idea that the white people are smarter now is a lie. It's a lie. It just happens if you are given an advantage, you're gonna strive over someone else. If that advantage is taken away from you, and if you don't have a group that try to control you, you will be as dusty as any other one else. And that's just what we're seeing. Look at these pictures. So there's no idea that the point that these people are like intelligent, they can be, is lie. So let's see this guy. I've seen this guy. He's going around trying to save this dusty white people in South Africa. That can build your community. They expect black people to do it for them. So let's see this guy. Uh, let's see him. Okay. Yep. This one. All right. Let me share this one.
Hey, brother, you good? Oh, bless you. Yeah, what happened? What touched your hand? Accident. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, this is high IQ white people in South Africa being rescued by a black man. Let's go watch it.
So how can I help you? Oh, clothes. Yeah, yeah. So where do you stay? Oh, you just on the street. God loves you, and don't forget to pray and remember that every struggle that we go through, He can see. Yeah.
Yeah, the praying thing, the God, whatever, whatever.
Yes, yes. Yeah. You said what's your name again? Dylan. Dylan. Go and take this and go buy it here now.
Look, he's been given a handout. He's been given a handout. So this is things that we need to sit and understand. These people are no more different than any other black people. They just had an advantage and they were using it. When when the table turned around and everyone had to be on the same stage, they could not handle it. And that's just the same thing that's happening in Africa. Sometimes they come in Africa and load and give their nation like advantages over Africans. So this is just trying to tell you, well, if things are all the same, no one is better or superior or whatever, all that nonsense that people come online and say they're better, they can organize. That is just some bullshit. It's a lie. So let's just keep watching these people.
You go buy it back? Yes. God bless you. I'm coming back now. You say what shoe size is that? It's a 9. Nine. Okay, I'm coming back. You got it. That's great. That's good. All right, check these.
Yeah, that's it. Like the white savior, the black savior is saving the white man. That's good. Give him some food, save him, take him out of the street. He needs help.
Oh my God, thank you very much. Just check this. And I got you something as well. Just I got you a burger as well. Oh, you got me a burger. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, that's black savior in South Africa. So these guys who come say, "Oh, South Africans, the whites are controlling the blacks and blah blah blah." That's a lie. It's a lie. It's not always the case.
I really appreciate it. Look how it's happening. Yeah. Just yeah. Yeah. You have to go for wash. For wash. I have to go wash. Yeah. Count this. My man. Yeah. My man. Don't make me fall over, man. No, man. Just count this.
Uh, uh,
What is this,
That's
man?
2,000 rand.
uh,
Here just to help you.
yeah, that's Bantu superiority there. Give the white boy money. He's nothing. Without having favor. Having advantage over the black. He's nothing.
And God loves you. Just count this brother. Count it. Yeah. Count that brother for yourself.
Don't. Come on, don't cry, white boy. That's the black savior. Don't cry, man. I know it's sad, yeah, but it's a good thing he's doing. But it's South Africa, and these people are supposed to be ruling. They're supposed to be living in the best part of South Africa. They should be having everything good. They have their own, I don't know, their own little county that they call Orania. But what is happening? So I don't know.
Yeah. It's all about God, brother. I know it's hard, but just take this and you're going to fix your life and see what you do. Yes, it's okay, brother. God loves you. Yes. I'm just here just to show you that. Yeah, it's okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So, guys, this is sad. I'm not trying to say he should not help, but this is South Africa. This is your high IQ white people. I'm going to show you a lot of this kind of people, like white people. They live in a community, they've been fed, they can do nothing for themselves, because there's no advantage. I keep on saying, if these people are so intelligent enough, those who have been fed by the government, why can't they use the intelligence to build a new community? They can't because they don't have the advantage. So if you actually don't have an advantage from your government or people don't favor you with setting, they don't give you a step ahead of people, you can do much. So this idea that they're better is a lie. They had to give them advantage so that they can have a step, they can have a foot ahead of the South Africans. That's why they could do that. But now there's no advantage. They become normal people, things like that. So what's this question here? Is Kifaro, do the whites still own the means of production in South Africa? Well, I'm not sure. That's why they made it. That's what people say. But the black people in South Africa are in control. They might just have some, but maybe the managers and things like that, maybe white people. Josie was supposed to be here so that he could explain most of these things. I hope he comes. Let's just keep watching this black savior. Yeah, this black South African savior saving the white intelligent South Africans.
It's everything I got. I just emptied my wallet already. Yeah, that is yours. No, just take it. You're going to fix your life. You're going to make sure that you get a shower, you get some clothes, and then you call the person that's going to help you. Thank you. God loves you. Yeah. Love you.
Yeah.
Okay, so why is this guy not going to Orania? Why is he on the street? They have white town in Orania, and to be part of Orania, you need to be a white person. Why is he on the street? Why are you not going there? So there's something we don't really understand that's going on in South Africa, that white people own, white people control. I think when the South Africans, the black South Africans, they come online and they said, you know what, we control our country. I think we should listen to them. All this YouTube or the blacks own and that and that. That's not true. I'm going to show you a lot of these kinds of things over here.
And you get more time. This is my wallet. Check this one. Oh, no. And last one. It's coming from the stop it. Yeah. All right, thank you.
Yeah, that's the black savior. That's the black savior mentality. Yeah.
I hope you see each other. Thank you very much. I love you. I love you. Sure. That's gangster. That's gangster. Take this. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you so much. All right, cool. You wanna help yourself? Sure, sure. Sure.
Yep. Yeah. So that was just one of these white people. Look at these pictures, guys. Look at the environment. And a lot of them that live in South Africa. They're just struggling like any other person. As I say, they don't have the advantage. It's not like they're intelligent. They don't have. Let me see my guy if I can find something again from him, and we keep on sharing. And let's see. Let's see. Let's see this. Let's watch this one.
How are you? What happened to your hand?
I got an infection.
Infection.
It makes it starts making pus inside your arm, and then it swells, and then if you don't have money like me, then by the hospital they don't give you a drip or anything. What they do is they give you antibiotics, and then you go home and you wait until and it hurts. It goes bigger, and then it bursts.
Oh,
It still hurts.
where do you stay? Outside. So,
Well, he claims this is an American homeless man. I don't know. This is just white South Africans. He does not speak like an American. He speaks like a Boer, white South African to me.
wait, which hospital did you go?
I went to Somerset.
And here comes the black savior again, saving white South Africans from misery.
Somerset.
Yeah, they didn't book me in. Another guy says they booked them in. Me, they didn't. They sent me back outside. They don't tell me this is gonna happen or nothing. And swell. Gets I'm like screaming by the pain, and then it goes, ah,
Yes.
and it's still hurting. And I don't know what they do. If you don't have money,
Yeah, that's crazy. How much is it to take it in?
by the hospital.
Yeah.
They most want deposits for all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
It's thousands, but so they give for me just antibiotics.
Yeah. What's your name? Sorry.
So
Sure. I'm John.
nice.
Yeah. Where you from?
I'm from Pretoria, but I grew up in America.
Yeah, I can judge by the accent.
Yeah, I got
Yeah.
deported.
So where's your cap? I saw you had the cap there.
Sold it for 10 rands because I have nothing
You
else.
sold the cap?
Yeah,
Oh, damn.
for 10 rands.
Oh. So,
I'm out of antibiotics, and it's still not better, so I don't know.
yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, I need to go to the hospital.
Yeah. Yeah, but this time.
Yeah, thank you for coming. I can fire. We were just talking about the black savior in South Africa. Where the black people are actually saving the white man. You understand? Because on this online stream, you hear a lot of people saying, "Oh, the whites console South Africans, the whites do that, and the blacks like." But we have a different story. We have black people living in gay white people living in ghettos because they don't have the advantage anymore. During the apartheid, they had the advantage. So it seems as if they were doing better or they were intelligent. My idea is these people are not intelligent. They just have an advantage that they gave them a step ahead and they had to be better than these black Africans. But now they don't have that advantage. and they're just dusty. They can't come together and build a community. So we are on these streams, and we hear people say, "Oh, the white man is intelligent. He can build from nothing." But there's a whole community of white people in South Africa that can do nothing. They can use their intelligence. So I'm just showing this black savior that's going in South Africa trying to help these people. What he's doing is good, but just trying to say they need help as well. So that's the idea. Let's watch.
I think I'm gonna go to Purpose Ski and take a text. The Purpose Ski because somebody else told me there's better.
Yeah, better service.
Surgery for the show this.
No, like if I book a car for you,
Yeah.
it's gonna be this one. Then you call them. Will you? Because this hand is bad.
Oh yeah, I will go.
Yeah. Yeah. Then you call them and then you find out how they can assist you. Yeah, I wish you could get help, right?
Yeah, that's the black savior, the black savior, the black savior mentality. That's it.
Yeah, the hand is bad.
I was first I was walking around for a while too, and I couldn't the pressure. I didn't know what was happening, and
So how did you find the infection? How did you get it?
I'm sleeping in the grass,
In the
and
grass.
I got and when I woke up, something had poked me.
Yeah.
It was bleeding.
Yeah.
Or something bit me or something.
Yeah.
And then I was like, okay, and it hurts a little bit. I'm like, okay, and then the next day it's worse.
Yeah.
Worse, and then it starts going bigger and
Yeah.
bigger.
So right now, you're gonna be honest with me. You go to the hospital.
Yeah,
Yeah. You
yes,
find
sir.
help.
Yeah, I'm going to the hospital.
Yeah, so this black ass South African met this intelligent white man, and he needs to help him. What's happening over here, guys? What's happening? I thought these people were were ruling South Africa. They had everything in check. They have Orania, but it's not like that. It's not.
The next time I see you, you should be in a better place.
Yes, sir.
You understand?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. You should be in a better place.
No, that's been the plan today is to end up at the hospital.
See.
Oh man, you're saving
Is
me a
it
lot.
fine if the car comes, then we go together?
Yeah, I'm going to the hospital. You're saving me so much trouble.
Okay, cool. Let's go together because I don't trust this because they might drop you somehow.
That's good.
All right, cool. Saving me so much trouble. They will. Okay, let's go. Just hold it there.
I think the emergency room is down there.
Since you're going inside, man, I just want to take my money and give it to you. Take this.
Oh,
So it's
you
gonna help.
didn't. The cab ride was definitely enough. But
No.
thank you, sir.
It's gonna help you.
They're gonna give me a prescription.
Yes. So it's gonna help you to come back, or if you need assistance. You understand?
I can fire. Yeah, I hope he does. I hope he saves black people. Yeah, he saves black people, but I'm not interested in the ones that black people can save them. Black people can save themselves. White people need savior. They need black people to save them. You understand what I mean? So that's what he's doing.
Your name, sir?
My name is John.
John.
Yeah. Sure. All right, sure. Please take this.
Oh,
This is 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. That is yours. It's gonna help you.
are you
I'm
serious?
serious. It's
Nobody's
gonna
ever
help.
give you anything.
No, man. Yeah. You see, I'm trying to make sure that you are sorted.
I'm gonna be. I hope so.
Yeah, you are sorted. You take this extra and this one. It's gonna help you out. So you're gonna buy food when you're not here, and if you have to come back to the hospital, you can come. So we're gonna buy food.
Thanks, John. Thanks, man. I got nobody.
Yeah, I know, man. God is got you.
Thank you.
Yeah, you trust him. God is got you.
I appreciate you. Thank you.
God is got you.
I remembered you from somewhere. I've seen you before.
Wait,
I was in the cab boat. I've seen this guy walking around. I remember your face and your jacket.
wait.
In town or somewhere. I've noticed you.
Oh,
And I remembered. I remember looking at you and you looked at me and then I kept walking.
yeah.
It's funny how it works.
All right, so you get the point. Let's see this one. This one is quite interesting. The black savior.
Why are you crying?
Sorry, why are you crying? What's wrong?
I'm tired, man.
Are we tired? What's wrong?
Okay, guys. Yeah, this is the thing. I don't like seeing people like this. The struggle is real. You understand? White people are not intelligent. They just have an advantage. And when they have an advantage over black people, they took the advantage and they put themselves in the stage that black people are trying to make to get there. Once that advantage was taken away from them, that intelligent bullshit went away with that advantage. And they're just struggling. And that's what I'm trying to tell people. You black people, you Africans, you don't need no white savior. You can do it by yourself. These people are not special. They're just organized. They have an advantage. You need to give yourself that advantage and build Africa. You understand? I'm not saying don't help people, but don't see these people as like they are superior. They're doing all this bullshit. I don't believe in that.
What's wrong? Why are you crying?
I just love getting to getting. I would give my life any day so they can hear this.
Yeah. What's happening? Yeah. Come here. Let me talk to you. Come, young man. Come. Yeah. No, come. We want to talk to you. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, I can fire. I saw about it's black savior. We know. Let him help them. They need help. You understand? They need help. It's all right. They need help. He's barefooted. He's got two children. He's homeless. He's a white man. He's supposed to be intelligent, but it's not. So he should help them. He should help them.
Go, Batu, go.
So, come here.
You know what? I just love getting to suddenly.
Yeah.
And I'm struggling, but every day I do what I have to do
Yeah.
to get what you want
Yes.
because I love you so much.
Yeah.
I will give my life any day
Anything.
to give
Yeah.
what you want.
Yeah. I know you love those kids. Are these all yours? Yes. So, but why are you crying, man? Why? What makes you sad?
I want to give them more.
Yeah. You want to give them more.
I want to give them more.
Yeah. No, I see. Take this. Take this. I see. So, if I can assist you, how can I assist you? Yeah. It's all right. It's all right. Yeah. It's all right. It's fine. Yeah.
It's wrong.
Yeah. It's all right. No, she's fine. Yeah.
Yes, right.
No, it's fine. Thanks.
Yeah, it's right.
Yeah. All right. Cool. Yeah. Listen. So, what can I do for you?
I just want to give them a Christmas.
For Christmas.
No, I can fire. No, it's not like you love. I'm just trying to tell these people who actually see these people as like better. This is just a propaganda. It's just a propaganda. We need to believe in yourself. So all this white savior mentality is a lie. It's just an advantage that these people have had over us for a long time. That's why they've put themselves in the place that they are today. It does not mean they're better or they're more intelligent. No, you understand. We need to build ourselves up. No, this is just to tell you if you don't have that advantage and you're not powerful enough, you can make the breakthrough, as an individual. They got stuck because the system does not support them. All this white supremacy is a system that supports them. They're not intelligent or high IQ, all that nonsense that people try to preach online. So it's just to tell people, well, look at this. These people do still need help. This is a normal guy. He's not disabled. You understand? The system does not work for him, does not favor him. But the system is there. You can walk, you can do anything. But as long as people don't support them, they have what they call generational wealth. Maybe in the West, they have some advantage. You get what I'm saying. But yeah, this is what's happening now.
Yes.
I will give them a Christmas.
For Christmas.
All I want.
All you want. So you said how much you earn every month?
I work at it. I buy them so much paper. I fix them
You
and
fix
I
them.
sell them. Yeah. And I make a way to give them what they want. I try my best. You try your best. Listen here, brother. I don't know you, ne? But I know that what you just been through, I understand. You see, I'll do what I can just to show you that I care. Let me just see.
Yeah, here comes the black savior. The black savior is here again to help these intelligent white people.
Listen, okay, sit down. Sit down. Yeah, sit down. Man. No, man, it's okay. Yeah. He knows my heart. He knows your heart. I give anything, right? Yeah, sit down. It's fine. Yeah. Listen, brother. I know it's bad, eh? Take this one. Take this one. Are you serious? I'm serious. That is yours. Yeah. Take this one. Yes. That is yours, brother. Yeah. Yeah. You're gonna buy them Christmas.
This is sad anyway. This is sad. This shows you when people the struggle is real. That's South Africa. The black South African is helping the white South African, not the other way around.
Yes. Yes. You're gonna buy them Christmas. It's okay. Yeah. Yeah. So that is everything I have. Yes, yes. Yeah. Thank you, great one. Yeah. Thank you, God. Thank you, God. It's all God. Yeah. Thank you, God. It's all God. You understand? And just put it somewhere. Put it somewhere. Yeah. You see, it's all God. I know it's little, but God cares about you. You understand? Thank you. Thank you. No, it's all. Don't thank me. Just thank God. That's all.
Yeah, that's the South African Bantu man helping the intelligent white man to raise up his kids. That's black people doing what they do, helping people. That's why God made us special.
Thank you very much. Yes. All right, cool. Your father is Syrian. That's what he is. Yeah. Donkey. Boy, donkey. Yeah. Donkey. God loves you. Donkey. Donkey. Yeah. Donkey, lieber God. Donkey. Yeah. So you guys gonna have a great Christmas. Yeah. My prayers. You answered my prayers. Yeah. You answered my prayers. Yeah. Answered my prayers. God loves you. Yeah. God loves you. Yeah. All right, well, I'll just help you with the front. Take this, brother. Oh, thank you so much. All right, cool. Thank you. Yes. All right, so just take care of him, eh? All right. I'll see you next time, eh? Thank you. All right. Yeah. Yeah. So, thank you. Yes. I love you, brother. Yeah, I love you too, eh? Yeah. Just take this one. Yeah, it's gonna help you. I just wish I had more. So this is my last one. So you're gonna buy
Well,
them.
I don't know who this guy is, man.
It's for the family. Love you, brother. Yeah, it's for the family. And I hope I see you next time. Thank you so much. All right, cool. Thank you so much. All right, God loves you, eh? Love you too. Sharp, sharp, person.
Is your website bounce rate sky high? Find out why with Hotjar.
Oh, that is quite hard. It's quite touching, but this is the thing. Would they do the same to these black South Africans? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Let's see some other one. Just keep watching so that we learn something.
How are you? I'm good. Can you just help me with extra 3 rand? I just want to buy 4 chips.
Would you like a 3 rand from me?
Yes, please.
Wow, my man.
Yeah, just want to buy chips.
Sorry, man. Yeah, I don't have cash, but I've got an apple. I can bless you with an apple, bro.
With the apple. Oh, no, I'll give you now a great
Apple.
I'm going to the shop.
Okay, then I'll just make change. It's got Pam timer, living, they call me timer.
Oh, I'm John.
John, how you, man?
I'm good and you.
Good, my brother.
Yeah, just want to buy
You can have the
chips.
apple, my brother.
Yeah, thank you.
My oldest son, Calvin. My other son is spinning here by the shop. His name is Luan.
Luan.
All right. And then I got a baby boy, Zebak of the Cock.
Yeah.
Zebak of the Cock. How much you need, bro?
I just 3 rand, just
To
want
make
to
a
buy
10.
chips.
To make a 10.
Yeah.
Give me that, you take that.
All right, thank you.
Calvin?
Yeah.
Is it right?
Yeah, it's fine.
5, 6, 7, 8 rand. 850.
Yeah, I'm
Is that
coming
cool?
there. All
Is
right,
that
cool.
cool?
Thanks. Yeah.
Lekker, my
So,
brother.
thanks, boss. My brother.
Did you come right, bro?
No, I didn't come right.
What do you want?
But I
to
have
buy?
a solution. Oh, is that your son?
It's my oldest son.
Your oldest son. Okay. Thank you for your gift, eh?
I appreciate it. I really appreciate it. Yeah.
It's a pleasure, man. I'm Timer. I was born in Cape Town, 1970, bro.
Uh-huh.
I'm in Boxburg. I got three boys.
Yeah.
We basically live on the street, but then we also buy the girlfriend again. You know, it's so easy, man.
Okay.
So nice meeting you. And,
Nice meeting
wherever
you.
you go, my man, God
Come here.
He's calling you.
Yeah. Sit down. I have a surprise for you. Yeah. You see what? What you have done, you must continue to do to others. Here's my gift for you. Count how much is that.
Wow, man.
Count how much is that. I'm not done.
Man,
Count how much is that.
this is so much, man.
Yeah. While you're still counting, there is more.
Wow, man.
There is more. I know you're homeless, and I care about the homeless people.
Brother, we need, me and my three boys, we basically on the street. I need to get a Cape Town, man. I got a girlfriend, their mother passed on.
This is everything I have. And your 10 rand that you gave to me.
Oh, brother.
Actually, I was testing you. Yeah.
Brother, this is not a test. This is God, man.
Yeah,
I'm going to
yeah.
give it to my young man.
Yeah.
19 notes.
No.
All right?
19 notes.
Okay. You just count the notes, all right? But how much is the full amount, my boy?
Take this extra.
Wow, man.
Take this
man.
extra.
Yo.
Take this extra. Yeah.
You
And
know
I'm
what?
recording this because I want you to believe that it's real.
I see
This
you
is
on
real
record.
money.
You on record, man.
Yes,
Why
this is
you-
not fake.
Brother, why are you doing this, man?
It's because I care about people. I've been poor before, and I know what it's like to lack, and I want people
How
to
the hell,
celebrate.
young man? How the hell can you
God.
walk with so much money on you, my
I
young
had to
man?
go to the
It's
ATM
dangerous. Oh,
so that you
alright,
can get
alright,
the money.
alright. Sorry.
I saw it
Wow.
that you've got a great heart. How much is that?
8,000 rand.
No,
Can you
you
count?
can't count.
You can't count,
You
bro.
can't count.
Should I count? Come here.
Yeah.
Man, come here.
No, I can't
I'll look you in
count.
the eyes and I'll count. Sorry,
Just
he's not
count.
used to that, man.
Yeah.
And neither me. Well, I had this
Yeah.
before. I
Yeah.
left school in '88. I was a train driver.
Yeah.
My first salary was something like
Yeah.
18,000 rand in
Mm.
1989.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yes.
No, man.
Yeah.
You know what? Hey, this is too much money.
No, that is yours.
Brother,
Yeah.
this is dangerous for me to walk
No,
with this. Hey.
just
You know how
take it safe.
dangerous this is.
No, just keep it safe, pa.
Brother,
Yeah.
rather take me to a shop and go
No,
help me buy a tent, man. I need a
No,
proper tent, brother.
that is yours,
I
my
want to go
brother.
buy a tent for me,
No
my
one
boys,
will
brother.
touch you.
Thank you.
Do you understand? I walk with God, and I know the God who's sending me to you. He loves you. Don't even take it for granted. God loves you too. Hey?
Come here, my brother.
Yeah, God loves you.
You know this racism thing about skin colors?
Yes.
The baddest thing that could ever happen to Africans, South Africans.
Yeah,
Because you need to go deeper than skin color. Blood,
that is
man.
true. Yeah,
It means it represents life.
that is
The
true.
color of blood is so
Yeah.
unique, man.
Yeah.
The makeup of it is so
Mm.
unique. That's why it's such right here.
Yeah.
And this to me, man.
Hmm.
I can see God's presence in you, man.
Thank you so much, brother. Yeah, thank
I
you so
was,
much.
I
And
was
I
born
love you.
again.
More blessings for you. Oh, thank you so much.
I was
And thanks for the apple and the 10 rand. All right, thanks,
Brother, will
guys.
I ever see you again, man? Hey, bro.
I love you. All right, sharp, sharp.
Love you too, my brother.
All right, sure.
I've been looking for you.
And me, I've been looking for you as well.
I've been
found
looking
out
for
who you are.
You found out who I am?
Yes.
How are you then?
I saw the video on the
Yeah.
and
Okay, can we go somewhere we can talk?
no problem.
Yeah. Yeah.
You've helped us a lot because we've managed with the money that you gave us.
Yeah.
Like our rent is 150 a month. So
Yeah.
we've managed to pay our rent 3 months ahead.
Yes.
So yeah, we are sorted actually now.
Wow. You see, the reason why I came to look for you, it's because the people who are asking about you, and they want to know what do you want to do. I want to help you with business, not just to be on the street. I want to help you to stop any bad habit that you might have. Do you understand?
Yes, I do understand.
You need to be on the right path right now.
I have a bad habit
Yes.
that I'm working on.
Yes.
I want to get
You want to get clean.
Yes, the medication for it is very expensive.
Where is the medication? Where do you find the
You have
medication?
to be, you have to have a prescription. Talking straightforward.
Yes.
I know you've been recording as well.
Yes.
And I'm talking straightforward. I
Yes.
want to get clean, man.
You want to get clean.
I want to get clean.
So
Every
when
day.
can we start? Because I need to make sure that you are on the right track. I can't give you the phone because you're gonna sell it, and I can't give you money again because you might give it to your supplier.
Yeah.
I can't push you to do something you don't want to do.
I do want to do.
Do you have your ID with you?
No, my idea is I borrowed somebody from somebody money and I
How much do you owe?
150 and I never took it yet. And it's like maybe 3 4 months back.
So how much will it be to get it back?
150 bucks.
Only 150 bucks.
Yeah.
No interest, no what?
No interest, no one.
Okay. Are you serious about that? Because I'm telling you, because other people are watching you.
I'm serious. I can
Yeah.
go with you to the place. It's like
And you, madam, do you have?
No, I don't have no idea. I must go and make a new one. I lost it years back.
You need to go and make your ID. Because I can't do anything further. I'm just trying. Trying to help right now. Do you understand?
Yes.
I wanted to tell you something exciting, but because I understood of the habit, there's nothing exciting that I can tell you. I want you to promise me right now, whatever I'm going to give to you will help you to go to the center. And then when you go to the center, once you are in the center, that's the only time where you can ask the guys to assist you to contact me, and then you can get a phone in the center. I can't buy you a phone on the street. No, I can't.
Yeah, I think I was off. No, I'm not trying to like to shame people or trying to make them look bad. The idea is white people are not any better than Africans. All this high IQ thing is just some BS. I do believe people are being given some advantage, and if you have that advantage, you maximize it. You're gonna be ahead of some people, and that's what's happening. And if you don't have that advantage, black, white, whatever, you're all the same. That's just my point. That's just my point. No, not black, white are not any better or any more intelligent than white people. They just have a system that roots for them. If they are supposed to be put in the same condition like black people, that's what's going to happen. That's just what we're seeing.
Do anything on the street. You go to the center. Once you get there, then we can start talking. Yes. There is something I want to do for you so that you can start a business. But I can't do it while you still have the habit.
I do understand because
Yeah.
I'll mess it all up. I do
Yeah.
understand.
Yeah.
And it's truly speaking, I won't even accept anything because of
Mm-hmm.
the habit.
Yeah. You
It's
see.
just hard, man.
No, man. Don't give up. Don't give up. I came back for you. Don't give up. Yeah. Don't give up, man. Don't give up, man.
Sorry about that. Yes, it's hard. It's hard for everyone. It's hard for everyone. Black, white, if you don't have the advantage, it's hard. Okay, that's just the truth. People are not more intelligent than nobody. That's just some bullshit.
Don't cry, man. Just don't give up. It's gonna get better. This is my offer. If you go to find a center and then you enroll into the center, you're admitted into the center, I'm willing to give you 10,000 rand so that you can start a business and do something. That is my offer to you. As long as you are in the center.
I'll do that.
Yes.
We're here.
Yeah. It's just 10,000 rand is ready for you if you are in the center so that you can start a business. Do you want that?
I do want it with my whole heart, man.
Yes.
I've never been even had an opportunity, even a strange person asking me, "Do you want to clean?" I've never had an opportunity like that. You're
Yeah.
the first person
Yeah.
offering me help,
Yeah.
and I'm taking it.
Mhm. You go and do that. If you are there, I'll give you your 10,000. That's my reward for you to be in the center. So you can start a business. That's all I'm offering. You see, that's all I'm offering.
We're going to do that.
Yes. Right now, what I have, if you're going to misuse it, you won't get anything from me. Do you understand? I'm being very friendly and very serious. Yes, and being honest. I'm going to give you so that you can fix yourself, you can buy clothes, and then you can go there so that they can see that you're serious. Do you understand?
For me, that I'm also serious, man.
Yes.
All right. So if these people, I think we will agree, if these people, if these white people were in a European country, you understand, maybe they'll be provided house, shelter, and it may increase your standard of living. And you will see them as people who organize and can think for themselves and can take care for themselves, and you like make fun and make a joke of other black people who don't have the same advantage. But just because they don't have those advantages, they are all the same. You know, the state suffer, the misery is the same. It's not because they're more intelligent. It's just that they don't have the advantage. That's just what I'm trying to explain here.
I'm taking
Tomorrow morning, whatever I'm going to give you right now, you're not going to use it anyway.
You're going to give it for her. No,
Yes, yes, I'm not going to give it to you. Uh-huh. Take this money and count it. Yeah, count it.
1,500.
It's 1,500.
1,600.
1,600.
Yeah, yeah. Black savior, black savior in South Africa. That's what he is.
It's for you to clean yourself up so that you can go to rehab and find help. If we are in the rehab, I'm definitely convincing you that I can come and continue with the program. Do you understand?
I'll be having my ID more tomorrow.
Yes. Just do that, get your ID and get clean. And then they will email me, they will give me all the information that this is you, you are in the center. And then I have 10,000 waiting for you so that you can start a business. Yes, it's ready for you. Yeah. And then they're going to assist you, also going to open an account because I can't give you on the street.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. So
Thank you.
don't play games with me. You see the people here, everyone knows me. Do you understand? If they see you doing bad things, definitely going to write a message and tell me this guy is gone back again. Do you understand? I'm just offering you my help with every influence that I have. I'm giving it to you so that you can find help.
I appreciate it with everything I've got.
Yeah.
Okay. So why are these people not in Orania? Why are they not going to the white only town where there is so good over there? What are they on the street? Why can't the whites in South Africa, the ones in Orania, why don't they come and take your people off the street? What's going on? You understand? And they need a white savior, a black savior to help them. You understand? So what are they doing? Where's Orania? I thought the white people in South Africa are in control of everything. I thought they had all the money and the black ones are the ones suffering. So what's happening? So that is not actually, that's not true. That's just cap.
And telling you the truth, you whoa, hero. I'm
Yeah.
very
Yes.
seeking out.
Yeah. I support both of you.
I love you, man.
All right, cool,
Thank you.
man. Sure, sure, sure.
Thanks a lot,
All
man.
right, cool. Yeah, be blessed,
Oh my
lady.
love, right?
Yes, yeah. All right, cool. Go home, guys, and do the right thing. Yeah. Hey, do the right thing. I love you so much.
Love you the most.
All right, cool. I'll see you there. How are you? Merry Christmas, eh?
Thank you.
All right, cool. That's nice. You got sweets.
Yes, good.
Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas. What's your name?
Sneaky.
Sneaky.
Yes.
And her?
It's Leone.
Liane. Oh, let's get a burger just to enjoy our Christmas. Yeah. So how is everything going?
Bad, uncle.
Yeah.
I've been sitting without work now for three, yeah, 3 months.
3 months. Oh, I see.
This, I'm actually, I'm a qualified diesel and petrol mechanic,
Yeah.
but there's no work. That's the thing.
Yeah.
No, yeah, she came to.
I see. Oh, it's better to see. Oh, thank you. Thank you. That's nice. Thank you. It's enough. Thanks. Meal. I got you a burger for Christmas. Take your burgers there. Yeah. There's your burger there. Yeah. So you're gonna enjoy your Christmas. Yeah. Yeah. So tell me, what can I do for you to make things better for you?
Hey, uncle, you really did.
Yeah, that's a black savior again. Tell me, what can I do to make things better for you? You're not that smart. You need help.
Thank you for me.
Yeah.
Let's just look for some nappies for my other child.
Your other child. Oh. So how much do you need for next year?
So he cannot even buy nappies for the daughter, but it's supposed to be white in South Africa, white people that control South Africa. This kind of controversial.
Uncle, you keep one to 35 man.
35 rand. Okay. How much?
Oh, uncle, you.
That's too much. That's too much money. How much is this for you? Yes. True. Don't you think it's too much for you? Huh? So it's not too much when you're getting it. So that's your Christmas gift. Put it on right. Give it to daddy. Yeah. All right. Thank you, man. It's all about love. Yeah, I know it's Christmas. We're supposed to be celebrating with the family, but it's just there at the corner asking. So I'm just gonna move away from it. Yeah. So yeah. So go home and take care of everything. And the family. Yeah. Do you know how to count? Does you know how to count?
Yes, in front of you.
Up to 10. You count. How much is this? Count for me.
Why?
you gonna repeat? No, give it to Daddy. So it's your gift for Christmas. Yeah.
12.
Yeah. So how much is that?
12.
Oh, she was right. All right, yeah. Just take care of yourself. Inshallah. Yeah. And if there's something that you can do, my plan for you is to start a business and stop being on the street. I understand. You understand? So if I want you to do something, it's all about you starting a business.
See, Uncle, I can start my own business.
Yeah.
But I don't have tools.
You're gonna buy tools. You understand? This is my gift. 1, 2, 3, 4. You're gonna count all of that. You see, you're gonna buy tools with that, so that you're not on the street.
It's too much money.
It's too much money. No, it's never too much. It's never too much. I'm making sure that Daddy is able to support you. You understand? Daddy's gonna start a business and be able to support you. Now you're going home. No, he's too no. Yeah, you're going home now. You understand? Yeah, God bless you, bro. And take care of yourself. And Merry Christmas, eh? Merry Christmas. Yeah. Merry Christmas. And go home and enjoy yourself, brother. Yeah. And do business.
I will do now and buy some tools.
Yes. All right, love you.
Thanks a lot.
All right, love you. I'm going to the shop. What can I get you? I'm saying I'm going to the shop. What can I get you?
Okay. Water.
Water.
Yes, please.
Oh, okay.
And then a couple of chips. I'm hungry. We haven't eaten for 8 days.
You have not eaten, right?
For 8 days.
Yeah.
I'm starting to come out now for the change. The people started feeding me porridge.
Yeah.
And no water, like the water porridge.
Yes.
I was weak. 8 days I was sick.
Yeah, 8 days.
And God blessed me.
Yeah. Okay, cool. You want water?
Yes, and a packet of chips, please.
Packet of chips?
Yes, please. Thank
Okay,
you.
all right.
You know, they didn't pay my husband for only now, maybe this month.
Yeah.
They paid my rent, 1,007. Because I get a pension. I can't pay every month. I was sick for 8 days, my friend.
Yeah.
Nothing my stomach.
Yeah.
Now God help me. Thank you very much, my
Yeah, I
friend.
got you this bread and the chips inside.
Thank you very much.
Let me see the card. What do you have?
I need
a donation.
Donation.
Let me see if I can donate.
Okay. No, it's not right. It's a painter.
What is your name?
Valerie.
No?
Valerie.
Gallery.
Valerie.
Gallery.
Yeah, I'm Irish.
Oh, Irish. Oh,
God. Thank you very much, my friend.
Yes.
God bless you.
God
I'm
bless
Irish.
you.
I'm a child of God. I do
Yes.
my Bible. I sit and write the children's Bible.
Yeah.
Yeah, my husband is coming.
Yeah.
I write the children's Bible.
Yeah.
I was sick for 8 days.
Oh, that's your husband.
Yeah, that's my
Yeah.
husband.
Oh, that's nice. Let's take this.
Thank you very much, my friend.
Yeah.
God bless you very much.
Yeah. Hey, how's it? I'm good.
I want to break your hip.
Yes. Yeah, I just got you something here. I care about you.
Thank you very much.
Yes, I don't want you to see you in the streets, especially on a Sunday.
Okay, yeah, but
Here's my donation to you.
thank you, my friend.
Yeah.
Thank you very
As a
much.
family.
Thank you very
Yeah,
much.
take
Thank you
this.
very much. my
Yeah.
friend.
This is my salary for the month. I
Yeah.
want to draw this now because I've got a problem where I'm working.
Yeah.
And hey, I can't struggle like this. You know, it's this corona.
Yeah.
It
Okay.
is putting our job
Okay.
down because we're doing rules.
Yeah. How much is your salary?
They only put
289.
Yeah.
no, my
Okay.
salary was supposed to be 3,000 and 3,450.
Yeah.
But they was only giving me that money and that part. Yeah, so the bank, even the bank, it took my money because of
Which bank do you bank with?
Capital.
I get my pension.
So I should have drawn that guy. I should
Okay.
have loved it.
You know,
Only
yes. Yeah. You said this is your balance. What is your
Yeah.
balance here?
Balance is zero.
It's zero.
Yeah, there's zero now.
Zero now.
Yeah.
Okay. Show me the account number. Okay, this is the account number. Let me take a video of it. This is your account number here. Willem.
Willem.
Yes. Willem. together. Just come here together. I'm trying to be your friend here. Because you just showed me that, I decided.
Yeah, thank you for coming, you late comers, but it's all right. Yeah, PA or perish. You understand? That's it. So we're just trying to prove to these guys that white or black, no one is better. You understand? No one is better. White people are not intelligent. If they were intelligent, there are dusty black people in white people in South Africa who can organize themselves in the community, and they need a black savior to help them. Was what happened to their high IQ, high intelligence? Why can they not organize themselves? So we came to the conclusion that people just had advantage that was given to them, and they use it. It gave them a stepping stone over some other group of people. When those advantages were taken away from them, their high IQ was taken as well. So I was just trying to show people that white people don't rule South Africa, as some people claim. If they rule South Africa and they were in complete control, why are these people in the street? Why don't they take them? And some of them are not just like drug addict, people who suffer from some kind of mental health. They're just struggling people. The system is not there to support them. So if the same people were in Europe, they'll be given some houses, some free stuff, and you will look at them and say, "Oh, these people are better. They're organized." You understand? But it's not always the case. It's just a system that favors people and gives them advantage. So if I believe, if we as well can have this advantage, we have a stepping stone uh, ahead of most people. So no one is better.
Right now, I'm going to donate 2,000 rand in your account. Right now. Yes. I'm going to donate 2,000 rand just to your account. And you think I'm joking?
Um, uh, yeah, it's not about just helping black South Africans. He's a black savior. The white people need help. The South Africans that are in your country, they don't need help. You understand? I think he's doing the right thing. Yeah, he helps black people as well, but I'm not interested in that. I'm interested in the white ones that he helps just to prove a point, if you know what I'm talking about.
Let me see. How much did I give you last time? It's 300 rand. And then take this and calculate this. And tell me. Yeah. Thank you. Yes. That is 2,000 rand. Yes. Yeah, it's yours and it's gonna help you a lot.
I'm gonna buy a lot of food now.
You're gonna buy a lot of food.
Yeah, she's hungry every day. And
She's hungry every day.
You see, this is what I'm talking about. No one is high IQ. They need help. Get my point.
You know what? Because you were hungry and I don't want to see people hungry. From me, I'm gonna add another 2,000. So I'm giving you 4,000. I'm gonna send 4,000 in your account. Yes, I have the account number. I'm gonna send right away.
because there's
Yes,
nothing,
yeah.
I'm working. Look, my hand.
Yes, I can see you
Look
working.
what this head.
Yeah.
Look, he's got kid cancer.
Yes, I can see.
Work in the sun in the
He's
Yeah.
not allowed to.
Yes. So just go home now. You're no longer gonna beg on the street. You have 2,000 and another 2,000. Yes.
Yeah, guys, I'm just gonna play one more. Then I say what I have to say. Then, if I don't have any colors, I think I will start my weekend. So I've not seen this one.
I'm good. Why are you sad?
I'm hungry.
You're hungry.
Hi, how are you?
How are you?
Thank you.
I'm good. Why are you sad?
I'm hungry.
You're hungry. Oh, you need something to eat. What's your name?
Nikita.
Nikita. Oh, get something to eat.
And bring the change.
Yes, yes. Oh,
Thank you very
oh,
much.
thank you.
Thank you. You see, I just bought myself a pie and a drink.
Oh, fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why did you buy a drink?
Um, no, I'd rather like ask you if you can help me with like $20 because you see, I want to go take a bath
Where do you
rather
buy?
than like buy a cool drink.
No, just buy a drink. It's fine.
Yeah, the black savior, helping the high IQ, most organized white people, the smart race of people. Yeah, that
Nikita,
nonsense.
Thank you
you know
very
what?
much.
I want to help you. Ne?
Yes.
How are you doing?
All right.
I'm
Thank you.
good. Yeah. Listen, where do you stay?
I currently stay on the streets. My
Yeah.
mom passed away a week and a half ago.
Yeah.
So and my uncle wants to like take like sell all of her furniture in her house, and she has
Yeah.
beautiful furniture.
Okay.
So the lawyers said I must just like find a place to stay just until they settle the will. So I really just want to take a bath, and like that side of the dip, there's a lady that like lets people come into her house like for $20 and they can take a bath and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
that is what I was actually sitting there for. Food,
Okay.
I love the food, but yeah, yeah.
Okay. Okay. So now the only way I can help you just want to take a bath and refresh.
Yeah, I just want to take a bath and yeah, maybe because my clothes are that size, you see. Otherwise, I have to put on these dirty clothes again.
After getting the clothes and getting refreshed, what do you want to do? What's next for you?
Um, I have been walking around everywhere asking for jobs, giving in my CV. I've
Yeah.
spent more money on like printing out my CV than anything.
Okay. Look. Yeah. Thank you that for coming. So let me just say this. See, she's been searching for job, giving her CVs everywhere. Maybe she's not qualified, but I bet you, if this woman was in Europe, they would just give her a job, and some people would think they are better, they're more intelligent. It's the advantage that they have. That what I want you people to understand here. That's all. I don't want to keep you waiting. So welcome, brother. So
Hey, Kifaru. Hey, Kifaru, can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear. What have you got to add to this? People have been coming for me that I'm biased and
Yeah.
things like that now.
No, I was myself watching to see where you're going with this and all that, and to see your point of view and all that stuff, and where I can. Okay, what I can say, you're definitely right. All right, some people like to skew information into one side. Of course, it's not anything to do with IQ or something like that. It's nothing to do with IQ. Every race have their dusty people and their not so dusty people. Just like every race has their very good looking people or the more refined people in the race and the not so refined. You know what I mean, Kifaru, by
Yeah,
refined? As in the
I
finer
know.
people.
Yeah, yeah.
So
More
like in
appealing to look at.
amongst white, yeah, amongst black people, white people, Asian people, you find an ideal look of what it's like to be Chinese, an
Exactly.
ideal Chinese. Amongst black people, you find an ideal looking black person, a better looking, one that stands straight, stands tall, and is handsome and all that stuff. So there's a future. So amongst white people as well, you find some dusty people
Mhm.
in their normal lives and not so dusty people. In terms of intelligence, you find some white people that are brilliant, are geniuses in their race, and some that are not so geniuses. The only difference is white people subsidize their geniuses and subsidize the finer people in them and threw out the ones they don't like. They threw out the ones they didn't like, and the ones that are not so fine. So for those white people that don't seem to do fine, especially in a place like South Africa, of course they get thrown out by the
Mhm.
community sometimes like that. They get thrown out by the community. So they don't want that because they are on a process of completely continuously refining themselves as well, not realizing sometimes a bit of diversity in your population can spawn new intelligent people or something like that. A bit of difference, you understand what I mean? So yeah, these are the not so finer white people, but I don't think they're few in number in comparison to the wider public. But you can then measure by demographic as well, all right? So there's more black people in South Africa, so you'll find more black people in this situation. As for this guy, who am I to criticize? He's doing what he's doing. Now, do
Yeah.
I like what he's doing and all that kind of stuff? Do I like it? I don't really care. It's his money. He can do what he wants to do. But I'm sure he can do a lot for black peoples as well if he really put his mind to it and all that stuff. But if he's doing it for these people, it's between him and these individuals that he's helping.
Yeah. Okay. So there's the question. If okay, why are these people like this? So why are they not part of Orania? Why are they not part of this Orania in South Africa? Why do you think they are not part? Or why is the Orania people not coming to take them out of the street?
Because how do you put it? Wealth is always concentrated in the few, especially in capitalistic countries, even South Africa. So there are people that are left behind as well, especially in this. So these people are left behind. Why? Because they probably chose badly, or I don't know if they chose badly, or they grew up poor, they started poor, they probably had the bad education. So not even a bad education, even they probably had the best education as well, because South Africa does. You have to account for drug taking a lot as well. There's a lot of them that do falter behind due to drug taking. You understand what I mean? So,
That's what I thought, but I saw actually whole community. People were
mm,
not like drug addict. Maybe they were old people, but they
mm,
were begging for help. But this was my argument. Some people make the claim that white people by themselves they organize, they can create your community, but we don't say it here. My argument is that sometimes
mm,
we say these things is just because people have an absolute advantage, then they use it. But where there's not that advantage of helping people, maybe the state helping you, you don't
mm.
progress. Your IQ just does not work because you need that help. So maybe most of the time it's not intelligent. It's actually the state that give people a boost for them to have a step ahead of
Yeah,
how to do things.
like I said, you're right in that. You're right in your assessment. It's nothing to do with anybody else being more intelligent than another person or IQ or something. It's to do with the dusties in a group and the not so dusties in a certain group as well. To do with the fine and not so fine. And these will be the not so fine people in the group of the Oranians, in the group of the South Africans. They're not so fine. There's some not so fine people as well all over England. Skifaru, you've seen them. They're not so
Yeah.
fine type. That's how you know what I mean. You've seen them and they do badly and all that kind of stuff. So yeah. I definitely don't buy that IQ argument. I have my own thing. I say this.
Mhm.
I say. Well, I suppose I don't like to quote this guy, but I say this. They refined. When I say refined, I don't mean just refined in genetics. I mean refined in your being, as in your physical stature as well, and everything that makes even in your morals as well refined. So there's things like when something that is a bit more finer. You understand me? I'm sure you
Mhm.
can find some fine Cameroonian people and not so fine Cameroonian people. You can find some fine Bamilenke people, really beautiful Bamilenke people, and
Of course.
that's a beautiful Bamileke person, and then you can say, oh, that one is not a beautiful, and you know a specific feature that makes a Bamileke look like a Bamileke. You understand what I mean?
Mhm.
But in that you can find a fine. So every group and demographic of people have their fine people and not so fine. These are the dusties of this group. I'm not saying they may be dusty due to IQ or something, but circumstances could have left, but they ended up in that dusty position and all that stuff. So I don't know what she did in her life to fuck up, but the advantage was for her as well in South Africa. There's a lot of them that have advantage. They do have a lot of advantage in South Africa. The advantage was for her there, and in Europe as well, they do look after their people. So, but you can see this even in America, Kifar. You see this as well in the United States. You've been seeing the pictures that's coming in lately. Some of the homeless people and all that stuff. You see it, Kifaru. So how these people fell off. Can you provision for everybody in a demographic? No, you will always find some dusties, bro. You will always find some not so fine people.
No, but it seems like I know what I'm doing. I know why I do these things, but
Mm.
it's no one is the idea is that no one is better due to race. The idea that white people are more organized, they can
Mm.
uh, they can build things from nothing. I don't see the argument here because
I hope you haven't internalized that as well, because that's what I'm saying. Every great group of people have their dusty people, have their not so fine people, and that's what it is. They're
okay,
not.
yeah, I get what you say, but South Africa is a really particular case.
Mm,
You understand?
mm,
Because if like South Africa, the white people as like they are protected, it's like they protect themselves. You
mhm.
understand? That's the kind of ideology. They're protected. They live in gated community. They're doing better. But
On
it
average.
is not true. So
Well,
it's not just
per
about
capita,
being white.
per capita, they're doing better. Per capita, they're doing better. Their demographic is definitely doing better in comparison to others
Yeah.
per
Okay.
capita.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's yeah.
Anyway,
But
anyway, anywhere you go around the world, especially most of places like Europe, you'll find the minorities are not doing better than the majority. It's only in South
Yeah.
Africa. It's always in South Africa that you see that and all that stuff. But in England, France,
Okay.
everybody,
Yeah.
the French are
Okay.
doing better. Yeah, go on.
Yeah, I accept. The better is because they have an advantage. It's not because
Mm.
they're intelligent. That's my argument. They're only
Yeah,
doing
yeah,
better
yeah.
because they have an advantage that has been trusted on them. So when that
Yeah.
advantage, they have less of that advantage, they become
Mhm.
like any other one. They start struggling. They're being
Yeah.
better. It's not because they're smart. That's my argument. It's not that they're smarter or whatever.
And
Maybe these ones didn't take the advantage that was given to them.
it's both to do
Yeah,
with environment. It's both to do with environment and circumstance as well. Some people like to say it's genetics and all that stuff. That's the argument they're making. Because I know this topic might lead to that long genetic argument that I've had
no, no,
trying to
no.
help Dr. Gizo, and my brain is
That
fried, bro.
yeah,
We,
that's
we, we
just
just went
nonsense.
around in full circle and came back the same way and said it. And then we kind of conceded, yes, it has to do with genetics and also it has to do with
No, no, no,
environment, it has to do with circumstance. So
no.
even if she has, okay, even if she has genetic advantage due to the way they develop and all that stuff, her circumstance will, if that is, if her circumstance is different, our circumstance is not ideal for her to use the gifts that is bestowed, that has been developed in her over generations, then she will be dusty at the end of the day. So just like how Africans have this developed on a social level, they've developed in a different way than what Europeans do. So we have certain advantages, but our environment hasn't facilitated or hasn't been ideal for us to show some of the best. Now maybe started to show with this new way of technologies coming, because Africans are very creative people as well. So with this chat GPT and all this other stuff, it's going to revolutionize productivity as well. So maybe then Africans can show their level of creativity, and which is why Europeans are on the charm offensive with Africa at the moment. They're on soft power with Africa. Now, if you look at it right now, Europe at the target now is soft power with Africa. Soft power means they are competing for winning the hearts, the minds, the information war for Africans. You understand what I mean? That's where it begins, and that's why I always push that. You understand me? So what I'm saying, Kefaru,
Yeah, oh, God, that I'm listening
even
to you. I just have a quick, but I'm listening to you. I'm
yeah,
listening.
I'm saying even if it's to do with genetics, which I don't proclaim much, even if it's to do with genetics, your environment has to shoot you and all that kind of stuff. So for Africans, for instance, who may have grown up in Africa, they may have innate talents and all that kind of stuff, but those talents don't become actualized unless when they go to Europe or America or something like that. That's when those talents, because they get trained and get made. Just like you, Kifaru. If you didn't have I don't know where you learned your skill sets, but if you didn't have the opportunity, you did, or your circumstance didn't suit, you wouldn't. You understand what I mean? So, um, being setting the right environment, it's political, Kifaru. It's political. This thing is political. You know what I'm saying? So for Africa's situation, it's all political. Even the IQ, all that kind of stuff, people's development. If the politicians didn't create that mood or the leadership didn't create that environment, then you will see that there will be more dusty people in Africa than there is not. It's political. Get me? Are you there, my guy?
Yes, I'm here, Dad. I'm here. Yeah, I listen to you. I listen to you. That's correct. That's correct. But all this thing is like we can be like any other group of people. You understand? It's just
Exactly, exactly.
yeah, we can
Kifaru.
we can be like any other group of people. But I where I'm showing all this thing is not to shame white people to say just to say to show people that everyone
I was
can
surprised.
be
I thought you were about
everything.
to. I thought you were about to shed a tear and cry for them or something. That's what I thought you were
No,
about to
no,
do.
no, no, no,
So,
no,
so,
no.
so, so, so I said, let me hold myself back, but because Kifaru is about to cry for these
No,
people,
no. I was
what's
just
going
trying
on?
to show because you will not see things like this on the media. We're used to seeing black people like this. You understand?
Yeah, yeah,
They've made it like
yeah.
the normal to show black people like this, and they've always fed
I don't
this
want to
idea.
say something else controversial and all that kind of stuff, something else which is mad because it's just too outlandish and all that stuff. But I'll hold it back for
Yeah,
now.
yeah. So you've been watching those things. When you don't have an advantage, you struggle.
You
That's
struggle,
that's my
yeah.
point. If you don't
You
have an
struggle,
advantage, like most of
and
these
and
people
and
you
that,
see, most of these
yeah.
people you see on these things, if they were in Europe, okay, they will have jobs. It's not because they are better, it's just because they have an advantage. That
Yeah.
was the point I was trying to say. So when
They
people
have
come and say black people are intelligent, no, they just have an advantage that they use.
it's
That's just the
political.
point.
Yeah, it's political. Like I say, in Europe, these kind of people, obviously, the system will be there to provide for them, but they will still be the
Exactly.
same dusties. They will
No, but
still be the same dusties,
no,
you know.
some of these
So,
people they're not just like drug addicts,
mm,
or if you see a drug addict, you know this is a drug addict. But this woman, she does not look a drug addict to me. She's just like
mm.
Dusty. You understand?
Yeah,
She's
no,
just like
but what I
Dusty.
mean,
She
what
can
I
be
mean is that,
competitive.
yeah.
Look at her house. You know, she's like I don't know what's that. Some steel sheets.
How do they know how to build houses? Do you think this woman
They
is going to
can't.
know?
They can't even
Did
be
she study a
houses.
discipline to build houses? Did she study a discipline to build houses and all that stuff? You
Exactly.
understand? They
Exactly.
end up just as busy as everybody else. Most human beings will. You understand what I mean? Most people are trained in their skill sets. You have different people trained in different professions. That's what builds societies. Skill
There's
sets.
this guy. What's it called? GH let was that letter red or letter? You can
Mm.
call it. I'm not talking about people who've got mental health and drug addicts. I'm just talking about people who cannot compete in the economic chain. Don't confuse. I know exactly what I'm talking about. I know there are mental health people who have got mental health and drug addicts. I'm not talking about those kind of people. I'm talking about people who can't compete in the economy. There's no advantage that's been given on or to them just because of the color of the skin. Yes, the
I,
drug
I
addicts, the
would.
people who've got mental health in Europe. I know about that.
Hmm. I wouldn't know why these people were left behind in their communities, but like I said, you can never get everything perfect. When even you will always have some people that are left behind when you're ruling a society. Even if you will always have some people that are dusty and all that kind of stuff. Not dusty, I don't mean dusty in like they're really bad people or something, but like you'll have some people that are lagging behind. You understand? And these are just some of them in South Africa. But the circumstance, they have more potential for the circumstance to change overnight, just like that in South Africa if they took it. Like that man gave them that money. If they choose to sober up and all that, things could overturn for them just like that, far more easier than the black South African would. Correct, Kifaru?
Come again. I didn't. I was
The
distracted.
average the average dusty white South African and the average dusty black South African who has much more easier potential to overturn their life when opportunity is given to them.
I don't know. I know. I don't want to talk about that. I would expect the South Africans to tell me. But it seems you. Do you want to say the white?
The white South Africans will easily overturn their circumstances just like that when the advantage will give. The black South African will have to struggle more to get to becoming middle class, but the white South African will find it an easy process. They just need to sober up and look for better, sober up, try to be better, and go find systems. There are systems in place to help them as well, even in their own communities in South Africa. Somehow these people either they're not intelligent enough to know about them, or they just don't care about using them. So there are systems in place in South Africa to assist them. I'm sure they're not going to leave them all like that. I'm not. I'm sure the Oranians or white Africans or Afrikaner communities will not have a system in place to rehabilitate these people.
So
They
okay, that's
definitely
the
have.
so why are they not doing it?
Well, you have to approach the people themselves. Why don't they seek? So, are they in the right mindset? Are they in the right framework of mind to actually realize that this assistance is there for them? Are they choosing to sober up enough to realize that this is there for them as well? So there's that thing, Kifaru. There's that willingness to be focused, have focus in your life, have ambition in your life. So these people, yeah, they are the dusties.
Yeah.
They are the
Okay. Yeah. I get you. I get you. But my idea was just the dusty. Everyone can be dusty, not because you're
dusties.
white or black. You know, when you're dusty, you're dusty. No one is superior to another. Yeah. So
Whoever,
that
to,
was
whoever,
just
whoever told you the IQ thing it was lying to you, whoever was telling you about
no,
IQ was lying to you.
I don't believe that they're more organized because I saw a community of these people in South Africa. If they were that organized, why can't they organize that community?
Why
That's
can't
the
they
thing.
uplift themselves from that? Yeah,
Yeah.
why can
Why
they
can't
work? Why can't they
they?
work together?
Exactly.
Why can't they work together? Yeah, yeah.
Exactly. Why can't they not work together and use
and
your
and
intelligence
change your
to create a
circumstances,
community.
create an economy there,
Exactly.
and all that kind of stuff. Create an
Exactly.
economy.
Yeah, that
So
was my argument. So yeah, that's
decide
why
to
I said
organize. You know why they need to organize themselves and just do it. So
exactly,
I see
exactly.
your point.
They,
That's
they,
what the
they will
entertainment
say
is.
the thing is they will say the same thing to black people. Oh, you can just sit and organize
No, no,
yourself.
no. But I get your
Y-
point now, Kivaru,
Yeah,
because
they'll just so
black guys
all these
always.
black people doing this, just sit and organize yourself. But maybe I'm not saying that that is what is actually happening. Maybe they don't give them the advantage that they will give some these people in their own neighborhood.
Yeah.
You understand? Maybe let's
No,
say
no,
that.
but at least Kifaru, as you say, since black people are dusty and just disorganized, why can these people get together and organize themselves and create
Yeah,
a market economy there for themselves to uplift their
exactly.
community, build some roads there, just organize some things? Why can't
Exactly,
they do that and all
exactly.
that stuff? I
Yeah.
always hear they say black people, they're just not organized. They low IQ, that's why they're not organized. Well, these people are supposed to be high IQ. Why didn't they
Ex-
organize these
Thank you. Thank you. That's my point. That's my point.
people?
Anyway, yeah, you got it. So, did you send me the email? I did not still receive any email.
I did send you some emails, but they're not going through as well. But anyways, I will.
Ah,
I'm still working on this VM. This VM that I'm trying to access. I had some guys said it for me. I'm trying to access it because the password
okay. You
is not
want to
going
use
through.
VM just for
I will be
people?
sending for emails. I'll be sending you emails on VM. I don't want.
Ah,
So
you
I'm
want to
going to be
use VM?
layers of security and all that stuff.
I think it's because of your job. Just get a different computer, install Linux. Linux is the
Yeah,
best.
yeah. That's what I'm getting a different VM and having Linux on it and all that stuff. So yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So,
But
yeah,
yeah, no worry. I will send you. I will be getting in contact with
yeah.
you.
Because
And I
I've
think here's the thing, Kifaru. There's so much conversations happening online, right? So many conversations, and this it's kind of like many people are frustrated, but it's not directly. It's not targeted. It's not targeted, and it's not direct, and it's not focused. There's so much energy, but it's not focused. You understand what I mean? So it's kind of like we should be able to, because like I told you, if you watch Wadamaya's video, and recently the French, I watch a video, they say, oh, the French have now discovered soft power. So the next move is to use soft power with African countries, talking about business being more equal in business and all that kind of stuff. So they're going to be on a charm offensive, like what America has been doing. You understand me? To kind of win back support. It's a kind of a way saying while Russia and China choose hard power, we're going to use soft power to get the Africans to like us. You understand
uh-huh.
me? So that we can win. So this is what's going to be pushed on the media constantly to kind of get Africans to forget what happened, and you know what I mean. So, what should our narrative be? What should we push out into the ether? What should we push out into the ether? I think we can have a conversation. Right now, I see so many conversations, so many energies of different black groups and all that stuff.
Yeah, I get you. That I don't take YouTube serious. Yeah, like
Yeah,
like people, most people are just on YouTube for entertainment.
yeah,
You
yeah, yeah.
understand?
But I'm not talking about YouTube alone. I'm not talking about
Okay,
YouTube.
okay.
I'm talking
Well,
about every other platform that we can use to kind of build, just like how, Kevin Samuel's time and this argument about men and women just picking up and all that kind of stuff. So
mhm.
each time it seems like a big story pops in, and now all black people all over are discussing. Every channel you go, they're just discussing and all that stuff. And some people go deep in it. So what I mean is, what kind of conversations can we have targeted not just on YouTube, on Twitter, on TikTok, everything or something? We control the narrative of what Africans are talking about, both at home and here. Do you understand? So there's alternative platforms that we can use to do that. There's alternative platforms we can use to do that. So that's why I say I'm in for this channel, and everybody, and it's not going to cost you anything. You're going to be still doing your job. We're going to still be doing a job. All we're going to do is create a conversation, propagate it into the internet, everywhere
Mhm.
in the internet, everywhere in the interview, all the
Okay,
way to the ground, all the way.
I get what you're saying now. I get what you're saying now.
Shape
But
the conversation,
but
control the
my
conversation.
point, yeah, I don't want to derail from the ideology of the Pan African Alliance.
Nah, nah, it doesn't
I don't
delay.
want to. Yeah, I don't want a platform where people just argue. That's what I
Yeah, yeah,
just
no,
want
no,
to
no, no,
argue.
no.
Because sometimes,
We're not arguing.
yeah, no, yeah,
This is
sometimes the argument creates
mm.
entertainment, and people
Yeah,
comes for the entertainment. They don't.
this is how it is. This is how it is, Kifaro. It's not derailing from your agenda, because the topics that are gonna come from that you want to address the contents of your agenda and the topics and the points you want to address, those are going to be the ones that we talk about. So when your party finally comes in and says, this is what we stand, we are PAA, this is what we stand for, you will see so many people say, that's what we've been waiting for a long time. Why? Because we built the base for it. We built the
Exactly.
base for it. So it makes it easier for PAA to grab supporters easily in African countries, because we use the online media to build the base for it. Like, for instance, let's say Africans are dissatisfied about the lack of transparency in elections or lack of transparency in their government. If PAA says we are a party that stands for transparency in Africa or something, we're tired of these leaders doing things behind our backs and all that kind of stuff.
Okay.
We're
My
tired of
dear,
them signing deals behind our
yeah,
backs and all that. It's time for more
exactly.
transparency. And PIA, so if we had a topic about Africa, lack of transparency in Africa, and we make Africans say, now there's even a dusty African that doesn't know anything will be screaming the word
All right.
transparency, transparency.
Is
So
exactly.
you kind of shape the conversation that occurs,
Let
right?
Yeah.
And then you
Let
push
me
it
say
into the
this.
ether.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me say
You
this.
push it. Go on.
Yeah. For long, I've been stressing that we need to write the manifesto. I have my ideas, okay,
Mm.
and I've tried to outline all of these things you're trying to say, but I don't want it to be only my idea because it
Yeah.
might be some flaws. I've put out my
Mm.
ideas. I even met a writer, someone that is an editor. I was
Mm.
about to give him to write, but I said, well, this is going to be my idea. So I
Mm.
created the idea of creating this the Pan African group group on the Telegram was for people to come and share ideas so that I can bring out this manifesto and we read and we take things and now bring different people's idea. But
Mm.
people are not interested, you understand. But I'm just still keeping it because I want it to be people to come and be part of it. Because if we have
Mm.
all those things, if you go to the website, it's not yet taken off yet. All those things are there's the book, the manifesto, like a little green book. It should be there. Even people don't read it, but they can click and read and click and read. We can make it like a link, everything.
Yeah.
Then we'll talk about it. You
Mm.
understand? We
Yeah.
can always
Yeah.
have a
Yeah.
reference.
Okay. 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 Yeah. I guess it's just for some people is that time. Yes, of course, we understand YouTube sometimes is for entertainment. It's time and all that stuff. Some people that don't participate. What kind of people do you expect? If I obviously for
No,
me,
yeah,
of course,
I talk. Yeah,
I'll try to be there.
yeah, I say I need a different type of audience because
Mm.
the audience that I was introduced to YouTube, I don't like saying it. People think I'm harsh. Is
Mm.
not is that not that they're not interested. They're not. Maybe they are too young. I just think maybe they're really young people, and like
Mm.
young people, they just want to have fun.
Yeah.
When you start
Yeah.
telling them some really high level kind of political thing, they just feel
Mm.
themselves that's not their thing, and you can't blame
Yeah.
them for that.
Yeah, but you have to know how these people are. Even if they're dusty or something, if you make something so simplistic to understand to them, they now think they're very intelligent. So they actually push your propaganda even more. So Kifaru, for me, it's not a case that I'm against the political party. I'm just in a case like I want to build the base required. I want to build the base for political parties like you to find it easy to win elections in Africa. I want to build the base for PAA in any country in Africa or any other party that is close and aligned to PAA to win elections in Africa. I want to build the base for that. And where the base is, you will find the base amongst the people. And how do you build the base? You control what they talk about. You control their worries. You give them solutions. It's coming from you. You control the narrative. Do you understand? So it's not a case that political. I envision many different types of PAAs to come. Sometimes you don't need to be one label. You just need to see if you align based on policy. Do you align with this other party based on policy? Maybe you might have a Pan-Africanist democratic something. I don't know. Fucking maybe not democratic or something. Pan-Africanist People's Party. You might have something like that, or People's Pan-Africanist Party. But you don't focus on them being against you. You look at their policies underneath. Look at their policies underneath and see if they align with you. My goal is to build that base of support for these type of parties to come across. Do you understand? That's where I come from, and that's what I want us who are on this ether, Dr. Kezo's channel, even though I find him a bit of a problem, but I know he connects nodes. Dr. Kezo, every other channel to be in, we focus, we create the narrative. We push it out on the narrative. Like Jan Zola there could just be like, okay, you know what? We like this conversation we have about that and all that. We like this conversation. We like this video talking about transparency, security. We push it out to TikTok. Everybody pushes it out to TikTok, Facebook,
Yeah,
everywhere. By
yeah.
the time you know it, like this
The
becomes
idea,
from one source. Yeah, from one source, it just propagates into the ether, and
yeah.
then black people start talking about it in no time. And then the next thing, we just push another one. By the time you know it, it will start to reach politicians because every dumb idiot will be not a dumb idiot. Anybody will be screaming it because they will understand it enough. Do you understand?
Yeah, I get you, but my idea, I don't want stand alone political party. You
Yeah.
understand? Because I've been having them we've been having them in Africa, and it's easier if a political party is just stand alone, you can infiltrate that easily. That's my problem. When it's just a
Oh, yeah,
stand
yeah,
alone,
yeah. Of course.
yeah.
Yes.
So that's why they need to
That,
work in a conglomerate, in a cohesion.
yeah,
That's the way to protect themselves.
yeah,
You understand?
yeah, that even also in terms of I can fire's education idea, reteaching Africans. For Africans who have money or something, who have money and who have time to invest, you can invest in some schools as well. Invest as a business, but help a school scale up. Help a school scale up its activities, scale up its education system. Help a school invest in their money, get them new computers, get them to build new departments, new buildings. If you have money, invest in that kind of stuff. And you have a say in what curriculum is taught. So, you can do this as a black group, you can do this as an individual. But either way, your group of black people will have a say in that school and what is taught in that school. So if they want to teach icons, Pan-Africanist, black love, or something like that, you as an investor have a say in that as well. You as a group of black investors have a say in that. That's the school. So you can start off with maybe a cheap school in a village in Africa. You understand what I mean? Help them get
Okay, yeah.
equipment to school, and then so this is another wing that Pan-Africanists can take that is on the ground as
Yeah,
well.
but
Another wing.
you know the problem with that. You're trying to create a mini state inside a big state. Like for example, it's a good idea, but if you don't have the power to make it be a national thing, you might find yourself with a lot of opposition. Because I give an example. In my country, we have the educational board. They set the standard of the exam. So what people are going to write in the GCE, in the advanced level, and things like that. It's right up there. So if you come, you bring your own educational system, and the people studying that cannot pass the GCE. That's the problem. So you need to make it what you teach them to be part of the general the exam, the national examination board part of it. How are you going to
Yes,
fit that in the national
yes,
examination board if you
yes, of course. I see what you mean, Kifaru. Yes, at the political level, yes.
yeah.
You might find some politicians that probably do have time, if they do have time, to see what all different schools in different dusty villages in Africa are teaching. They don't even keep up with all of that. You understand
No,
what I
no,
mean?
no,
But they don't
they
even
don't
keep up
at
with
all.
what the schools are
Yeah,
doing. You understand what I
yeah,
mean?
they don't.
So, so
But the
obviously, the
idea
bigger
is,
schools, of course,
yeah,
in the bigger schools, let me finish. Let me finish. Obviously, in the bigger schools, of course, they will be able to see and all that stuff, but not every other school in Africa. So, these investors can have a base to start from, right? See, I just come in as a tourist. I just want to help this school and all that stuff, and you slowly seep in what you want to talk. But let me tell you, there's some education, Kifaru, just like maths, science, all this kind of stuff. You're not going to replace that with Pan Africanism. Nah, but
no,
you
no, no.
can't have
Let me
you can't
explain
have
let me explain again.
let me
Maybe you
finish.
didn't
Let me finish.
understand me.
You can't have a subject or a curriculum or a topic or a history. You can't teach history what I can find is saying. But you can't teach that in history class. That's why history exists. History, philosophy, all this kind of stuff, culture. These can be topics in a conversation, but you're not going to take away maths, technology, science, all that stuff. You're not going to take away. Those are hardcore things, and they're necessary. So the exam will always be based on that. But you can teach about social studies, history, and all that, and be true. For instance, what happens in Africa is the history that's taught is taught only from the era of slavery and colonization. Nothing is taught about black people priorly. Do you understand what I mean?
Yeah,
So you can change that. So you can say, you know what, there's more history about black peoples. Let's go back to the past and learn that history. Our history
So
just didn't
where are
start
you
that.
going to teach that? Where are you going to teach that?
What that can be, for instance, I'm saying that can be, for instance, an investor who may have books on this, who may have books or
If
what.
the I don't know, okay, like if the like in my country we have what we call the National Education or Examination Board. They set the exam for the whole of the country, and they set the exam based on a particular curriculum, and that curriculum that they have said is being taught in all the
All
school
schools.
across the nation. So if you're going to bring a different something, it's good, you can do it. But if they don't test students on
Yeah.
what you're trying to teach them to pass their exam so that they can move
You
forward,
can, you,
what's the
yeah,
point?
I see. You can have the national curriculum plus more, but I see what you mean. As in, would they agree with what you're doing plus more? Because these
Exactly.
corrupt politicians
Yeah.
control the education system. So I see your point there and all that stuff. But there's also the thing about private investment as well. You understand what I mean? And then there's also power distribution. When you invest in something, you have more power and all that kind of stuff. So you have more say, but still, I don't know if you have more power than the government and all that stuff.
That's
But
the
you can
thing.
come in,
That's
you
why
can
I
come in the
say
form of private
you
schools.
must take the power from the government level. That's where you actually make a global
Yeah,
change.
yeah.
But national,
It's always be well done. You
yeah,
either do that or you go privately, build your own and all that kind of stuff, and hopefully people see the results of your private school doing better to train people in terms of Cisco, in terms of
okay, okay,
Juniper, in terms of anything. So you can run private schools that train people in
mm-hmm,
any
mm-hmm.
type of skill set, and this will produce the people, the work skill for the nation. So eventually that will attract, so schools becoming private. So schools
Okay, okay,
schools
I get
are
what
becoming privatized. You can do that. That kind of will undermine the one that's given out. It will undermine the education system that is set by the elite. That's, what I mean. It undermine, because eventually people say, going to these public schools hasn't done me nothing. I didn't learn anything. But going to this polytechnic school, I learned a whole lot of things. You get what I'm saying?
Oh, okay. That is a good situation. Like, so you're
So
okay.
I mean that's another a private. But I was talking private investment, but that is private investments. But I do take your concern. Yes, it's still the political power. Even if if they notice, started seeing a lot of private investors doing that and all that stuff, they might want to shut it down and say,
That's the problem.
ah.
Yeah,
So you
it's
always end up at the political level.
yeah. Like, for example, like, yeah, private investor coming to create schools, that's not a problem. Like, most people I know, they come to a country, you can create your school, but you still need to take the government curriculum, and you still need to
Yeah.
use it to educate the people. So if you're trying to come with an alternative curriculum, there's nothing wrong with that. But if you're
But
going
you
to
can
take
add to
public
the
exam,
curriculum. You can keep the government curriculum, but add more to it as well. I don't think
yes,
all of
yeah,
them.
yeah, you can add more to that, but you're okay. What exam are your people going to take?
They will take obviously the main national exam as well. But what
And
you're
what your
doing,
alternative education is not going to be part of that exam.
no, because the necessary exam needed, the part of exam will be like, let's say maths. You're studying maths, you're studying science, you're studying history, you're studying that. You can learn all of that, even if it doesn't turn up to the exam. But at least you have been given the coverage of other histories, of other studies, of other social cultures, and all
Okay.
that kind of stuff.
So don't you
So it
think?
doesn't mean, even if it doesn't come at the exam, you are imparted a different kind of. Not everything that we do comes in the exam, right? You get what
Yeah,
I'm saying? Not everything we do.
okay. I
So
get
it
your
doesn't
point,
have
but
to come into the exam.
don't you see that you are going to teach your people twice as what the normal citizen study in the same year? Is that not too much work for them?
I guess, yeah, it could be an overload of information, but
Exactly.
you don't you don't have to
No, I get what you say. It's right, but my issue, if you can
mm.
just get the power, you can change it from the national level.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah. I don't
that's why I
I agree
focus
with that.
more on getting to be in control of the country.
Mm.
Because I know someone right now, they have their own little school, they're teaching people something. It's nice,
Mm.
but I say, what's the end goal? What are you
You
teaching
see,
them? What?
you're right, Kifaru. You see, you can't get around it. No matter any good idea you come up with, say, "Oh, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that, we're gonna
Yeah,
do this, we're gonna do that." No matter any brilliant idea you come with, you always end up at the say, "What if the politicians now figure out what you're planning and they just stop
that's the
you?"
problem. That's
Yes,
the
so
problem. Yeah,
even in my debate with a couple of, I would say, my man
yeah.
say, when I address first, I address leadership as well in the
Mhm.
debate. I was
That's
addressing
it.
leadership.
That's
Leadership is a problem.
where we need to
And
target.
my man came up and said, "Oh, we can do this, we can do that, we can do this, we can do that." I say, "Mate, all of that will get crushed by the you know what I mean? So
That's
you
it.
always go round and round and end up in the same place. So
Yeah.
it's a case
That's
of
yeah.
okay,
I've had
but
people like
the ideas are
it's
great. The
good.
ideas are
It's
great ideas.
it's
Yeah,
it is really really good idea. I'm not going to say that it is a good. It's what we have to do. I'll give an example. There was a group of Cameroonians medical doctors from Europe. Okay,
yeah,
they sat down. They actually create a model how to
yeah,
modernize the Cameroon medical or
yeah.
like health care system from
Hmm.
software, from patient, everything, and it was even better and more efficient and cheaper than what is
Yeah,
actually happening in the country. They took
yeah,
this model to the country, the organization. It was not one guy, like the organization. And this
yeah.
damn politician turned them down because to them they want to take their jobs. You
Yeah,
understand?
yeah,
You can't. Oh,
yeah,
they're coming to take our jobs. You understand?
yeah,
But
yeah,
if these people met some people like the PAA was in charge, who say, "Oh
yeah,
God damn it, this is what I've been looking for. Come on,
yeah,
put it in the system. Let's start testing it." But this
yeah,
politician, no, oh, they're coming to take a job. The one that's the problem. That's the
yeah, yeah.
problem we have.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's true. That's true. That's
Yeah.
true.
So we need to
Kifaru.
get that political power first
But
before we can
yes,
change
Kifaru,
things.
I get that. But
Mm.
it's just in terms of how to get that power or something. Like yes, I guess you can create a political party, but with regards to the challenge you're gonna face, like even
Yeah.
Peter Obi just found it, right? He found a lot of support, but the political
Yeah.
elite still managed to steal the.
But yeah,
I mean, I don't know if
yeah,
yeah,
but he did good from coming from
he did
nowhere.
good. But
Yeah,
yes,
he's yeah.
Jeremy Corbyn was also the same in the UK. It's not the
Mhm.
mainstream media was pushing him. Jeremy Corbyn just built the base out of nowhere. Like, who is this guy? Now he just got a lot of UK people support him. He built the momentum. He had this slogan. His movement was called Momentum Movement, and it's a label, Momentum Movement. And this grew, and everybody had hope that Jeremy Corbyn was going to win. Obviously, the elite managed to find a way to do that because the elite is more powerful. And Donald Trump succeeded. Donald Trump was not pushed out by the mainstream media. Every mainstream media just say he's a racist, he's a this, da, da, da. But somehow those fucking white supremacists managed to actually put Donald Trump in power. Do you understand?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
why? Because they were all online on YouTube and all of this stuff, campaigning, talking, and also on the ground as well. Also, they were on the ground. I won't say they're not on the ground; they were on the ground. But the movement and the base of this discontent was created online, and also it connected with the people on the ground. You understand? So they produced Donald Trump. So it's happened in Hungary. It happened the same way in all that stuff. All these anti-establishment party, these anti-establishment people that emerged in Europe just around the 2015s, and that is anti-establishment. So we are not part of the establishment in Africa, Kifaru. We're not part of the establishment. So how are we supposed to win power back from the establishment? We don't have more money than them because the Europeans will fund them to thief to remain in power. We don't have more
Mhm.
money than the elite and the establishment. The military, they control the military to a certain extent, but the military still have some power. Some militaries can just overturn, you understand what I mean? And then there's the will of the people. You understand? There's the people. So where do you, Kifaru PA, build your power from? If you go to about democratic process, they have more money than you. If you go the dictatorship process, you're gonna have to get the military on your side. If you go
Okay.
with the people process, you have a base. So Kifaru, how does PAA build a base and power? How do
Okay.
you gain power back from the establishment?
Okay. First is awareness. I'm not gonna go now and create a political party. The idea is not trying to create a political party now. That is the wrong approach, according to me.
Yeah.
First of all, create awareness and create a spirit of patriotism and nationhood
Mhm.
building from people. Have a movement. This PAA, you're going around helping people, cleaning the street. People should see you. You
Yeah, they
understand?
should be on the ground. Yeah, you should be on the
Yeah,
ground.
going like go to schools and get the best kids, give them books, the kids that pass. You can say go to
Mm,
primary school. Primary school costs nothing. The
mm,
best children in that class is okay. PA is going to pay this organization that's called PAA is going to
mm,
pay your school fees from standard kindergarten to whatever. It does not cost nothing because you are
Yeah.
doing good. Then you need to keep your grades. You go clean the road. They're seeing you there. You create this awareness first and make people nation, who are you? What are you doing? This is our website. You need to create that. It might even take you 1 year or even more to create that awareness. Then you see your following. You say, okay, we have a rally. You see how people are turning up gradually. You understand? Then you see where you're lacking. You follow your tag. You follow your trend. Okay, let's go this way. Maybe we need some alternative media. You first create that momentum that people see you before you even talking about creating political parties. You even go meet the police, go to the police station, clean the police station for free. You know, you understand. Make yourself be known. When you know
Yeah.
people understand your ideology, then okay, you see your momentum, you have your own data that you're looking and see how you're increasing before you start. You can't say, oh, I'm going to do a political. I don't expect that go and make a political party. No. You understand the idea of the
Not at the
PPA.
moment because you don't
Yeah,
have the
not
base for it.
not at the
Not at
moment.
the
There's no
moment
base.
because
Yes,
you
not at
don't
the
see a
moment.
base for it. If you start in Cameroon, you'll get killed. But if you start to, if the mood was ready and the mood was created, you will say, you know what,
Exactly.
now is the time. Now is the time
Exactly.
for PAA
Thank
to
you.
emerge as for the
Thank you.
people.
Thank you.
So that's
The
what I'm
first
trying to say.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the faster we can get the mood, the faster we can get the people aware, the faster we can have
Yeah.
the mentality, then we can
Yeah.
do it. But that one need to be across many African countries, the same kind of thing. We're doing
The
it and
same
we are
kind of
learning from each other. So how did it
yeah.
work in you? We can say, okay, oh, Dad, how did it work in the Gambia? How did PA succeed? We did this,
Yes.
try it over here. Also, oh, how did it
So
work
so
in
so
that
so,
side? You
So the
understand?
idea, Ifaru, the first step, I think the idea is to create the political mood, the political atmosphere, the political environment for people
Exactly.
like PAA to win power. That's
Exactly.
what I've been talking. And we can definitely do that, Kifaru. We down here can do that, and it's not gonna cost you a damn thing, Kifaru. It's not going to cost you. You understand what I
Exactly.
mean?
Exactly.
All we need to do is see bring out what the policies PIA stand for, what they think is there. You don't even need to say we are PIA. You just say these are what we stand for, and we talk about them and push them into the ether. You understand? We
Mhm.
push them into the ether. When you push them into the ether, the discontentment that's gonna grow from that. Politicians capital, and you keep doing this. Even
Yeah,
eventually
you
you will say,
do it. See,
oh, man,
you
this is the
yeah, you
right time. This is the right
yeah.
time. This is
You
the
are not
right.
against nobody. You don't hate the police. See, I'll go to, like we say, okay, we can say every first Sunday of every month, the PAA is going to clean their local police station. That's the police. You don't make people feel, oh, we're going to do some community work for free. We need to sacrifice. You understand what I
Yeah.
mean? You got
Okay.
it. You
I
meet
mean,
the
I mean,
police.
to
You
a certain
understand?
extent, let me give you an example. I don't know if Tunaja did it, but Tunaja think maybe he had something to do with contributing to Nigerians talking and taking security more seriously, and that they should increase the army of the size of the military, because he says he's been on the political talking about them, questioning them. Da, 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 da. Now they're
Mhm.
talking about security and all that stuff. So if that is true, that's a success to Tunaja to a certain extent. You see what I'm saying, Kivaru? You
Yeah.
see how engaging using alternative, because Kifaru, there has never been a time like this in the world where Africans can engage each other at such a level, where we can exchange information at such a level. It's not easy for the establishment to fool people anymore and all that kind of stuff. That somebody will find something. Do you get what I'm saying, Kifaru? Somebody is bound to accept something and reveal it to the rest of the world. So there are things we can champion, such as security in Africa, more closer integration with Africa, more closer integration with regions, or more transparency in the politics in Africa and all that stuff. These are things that we can advocate for, or even just and then you can have a Pan African. Even if you don't have Pan African, as long as it produces a Pan African effect, as long as it produces a Pan Africanist effect, you want that, even if people don't like the party, as long as he has that effect. So Kifaru, I think the reason I came here, I think if you want to discuss step by step, I think because I don't see you writing a political party at the moment, not right now. You're not
No, no,
creating
no.
one now.
We're writing like the manifesto, what we
No
intend.
problem. No,
Yeah,
yeah,
like
no.
it's
The
like
manifesto.
I call it manifesto, but it's actually the statement of purpose.
Let's write the manifesto and let's see the contents of the
Yeah,
manifesto and
because
let's
like
discuss the
yeah,
contents of the manifesto.
we need
Right?
to
Let's discuss
talk.
the
Yeah, we need to
yeah.
talk
Let's
more
yeah
on
on the
offline.
content.
Yeah,
People judge you on your content, You
exactly,
understand? Not what
exactly.
you stand for. So we want to see the contents of the manifesto. You can write it up on there, but you don't have to come and just say, this is how we're gonna do it and all that. You can just say this keyword, this is a problem in Africa. Keyword, that's a problem in Africa. Keyword, that's a problem in Africa. Just one bullet point. That's a problem in Africa. When you say that, and then you reverberate a conversation about that right across black media, all the way across black media and all that stuff, all the way. My entire solution is I want to merge the internet in Africa, or the conversation in Africa and the conversation from diasporans. I want them to clash and meet together and mesh. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So Kifaru, something you can do right now as a starting point, or we can do, that's why I came here. Something we can do is how do I get on board? Who the heck is this guy? Who's this? Anyway, Kifaru, something you can do at the moment is, or we can do is be more targeted and more coordinative about this. Because you have diners talking about it, you have Afidamas talking about his problem, you have everybody talking about their problem, but none of it is just all talk. There's no targeting, there's no focusing, there's no plan to actually achieve something out of it. It's just random conversations anywhere. They don't have a target. They don't have an aim. Do you understand what I'm saying, Kifaru? So we, the Kaisorian Empire, with our overlord, Dr. Keizo, you understand what I mean, can create this network and push this. Oh,
Yeah,
we have the Kaisorian and the PPA alliance as well. We from here with Jan Zola and them lot and H block, we can push and control the narrative that black people will be talking about in the next coming months, the next coming years. We can do that. Do you doubt that? Do you think we cannot push out what black people talk about in the ether? Look at how many of us do turn up in all these channels.
well, I don't want to, I see, so I see like um uh you should see the need. You understand?
Yeah.
First, people should see the need if it's important for them. If it's
Mm.
important for them, then they would look for you. You understand?
If you
I
don't do
believe
this,
this is the thing. I believe only a few group of Africans will change Africa. You understand? I don't believe in like mass. Like you just cast a net and just bring everyone in.
if this group doesn't have a base, this group will be killed down in no time
No, but
because
that's
it's
that.
too
But I told we said how we can get a base. We said that already. Gradually, one step at a time.
I'm saying I don't actually think. The thing is, I caution people when they focus on centralizing these things as well, right? So if you create this group and it's just one group and all that kind of stuff, you've seen the Black Panther Party, you've seen many African, Thomas Sankara and his elite group. All these people have gone infiltrated and got killed. All these leaders and all that stuff.
Exactly.
So we have to be cautious of this
Thank
need
you.
for elitism and centralization. You know what I mean? So it's kind of, if you're going to create a group, create. I agree with, so there was going to take some people that come out, but for me, it's more like I don't want to just create a group. I want to create a mood, an
It's a
atmosphere, an
exactly.
atmosphere that's
But
gonna produce these groups all
yeah,
the time.
that's what
Every
I've been
time they
saying.
kill one, another one emerge. Every time they kill one, another PA emerge. You understand what I mean? Till we get there, and then the one and the other one will learn from the mistakes of the other one. So you want to create this mood of targeting, or this atmosphere. So for me, that's how I see it. Because if you just get one PA comes and they somehow got Dr. Kezo to kill Kifaru and all that stuff. Kifaru is gone. So I don't focus on the head or the group. I focus on the discontent. Create the discontent, the anger, the nationalism. That's what you need to do.
What? Let me God, let me give you the Telegram group. You can come and we'll just bring in people who can share idea. As I know you've been listening, so let me share the Telegram group and you can join. Thanks, Jude, for coming. Thanks you. Welcome to the Pan African Alliance. Yeah. So welcome.
Welcome, Jude.
Yeah.
Yes, Gifao, how are you, man?
I'm good, brother. Go how far?
All right, dog. What's up, brother?
What's up, Jude? I hope one day we're gonna get you back in the Pan-Africanist wing. Now you're realizing
Oh,
you don't belong in that group. You're realizing you don't belong there. You got bamboozled by Afrodamas. I like him, but he bamboozled you.
oh yeah.
But
Nah, I
anyway,
didn't know you are still a Pan African, man. I'm glad. Oh, it seems like you switched side with the Pan African linking with the diaspora than the
no, I
Pan
didn't switch
African
sides.
just within
I didn't switch
Africans.
sides. I just think Pan-Africanists, the way they can achieve more results and where the actual change needs to happen is in Africa. That
Right.
Africans need to control
Exactly,
that space.
exactly, exactly,
We need to
exactly.
control that space, and
Yeah.
we need to control that space, because if Africa changes, it reflects on the image of black people all over the world. So even
That's
if black,
why
Exactly.
yeah,
even
sorry for
even if
cutting you
black
short.
America, yeah,
I've been
even if
saying
black
this thing,
America,
and people say, "Oh,
yeah,
you're excluding African
yeah.
Americans." No, they
No, you're
can't
not
really do
excluding. You're
much because
focusing. Yeah,
it's a
you're not.
political movement. I don't expect these people to come and stand for political
Yeah, yeah,
in Africa. Let's build
yeah.
Africa first. I tell you, if you want to help, you can be a core because we have the core. You can just cite a call and you help them. That core, you understand?
Yeah. It
Let's
doesn't. It
let's
doesn't. It doesn't. It doesn't. It doesn't have to be a kind of like. It's not an exclusion. You're just focusing on where the problem really is and all that stuff. And Africa is where the problem really is. So you address the problem, but you don't want your problem to be led by sons of bastards, Judy. You understand what I mean? Because they just mess everything up. They will just mess the whole thing up. So I came to this realization. These sons of bastards can never really achieve anything. They will just lead us out of nowhere. Especially if we listen to those Nakmizi lot or something. You understand? So Judy. It's not that I'm not against Pan Africa. I'm Africa first. I'm Africa first. I'm African first, and all that stuff. So Africans first. Because obviously, if you think these people, sometimes you might get some sleeper cells amongst these people and all that stuff. The African, it should be about Africa and all that stuff. Right now, it should be about Africa. We can also be pro-black at the same time. You can have multiple parties and be pro-black, and you can be Pan-Africanist. It's okay.
Right. I mean, what we are actually, you guys are actually, is a great thing, right? Because us in Africa, we are basically facing the same problem from east to west, north to south. You cannot include people that are not facing the same problem like us. It's gonna cause friction and confusion, and I'm glad you guys are talking about the solutions. What can we do in order to put
Yeah,
a landmark
yeah, that's
on
yeah,
yeah on what is happening in Africa? You guys talk about the elections in Nigeria, right? If PAA was already stable, maybe they would have sponsored Peter Obi and all these things. Now in Zimbabwe, they also have an election that is coming up, and
yeah.
there's this young guy that is in nine, But do you think the government is the old guy that took over from Mugabe? Do you think he's gonna give way to this young guy? No, he's
No.
not. So these are the kind of things that we hope that
I,
PA in the future we
I,
start getting involved in all these,
Yeah.
yeah.
political stuff around the world, and
I
improve
think
what
I think also we have to be. Although I agree that young leaders are much more proactive. Young
Yeah,
leaders are
yeah,
much
wait
more
there.
proactive. Yeah,
Let me just take this shout out. Who
yeah,
was asking how could they be involved? For now, we just have a Telegram group. That's the we just bring people. We start talking. But what my intention, we're gonna talk more offline. You understand? And where we have the solution, we can come online on YouTube and broadcast it. You understand? We need to build. If someone is gonna talk offline with us, then we're sure that they are quite interested. But we're gonna set the base. We're not saying that me, that, and Jude we're gonna be the president. We don't know. It might
yeah.
some
We will.
people take
Yeah.
over the movement and carry on. You understand? But I think if we set this base and make it be the only thing that we're talking about, there's gonna be change because there's so much we have to do. And yeah,
But you see, Kifaru, what Jude just said now, I want to back up Jude as well in terms of yes, a young leader is more proactive because they have the energy. They have the energy to run around and keep track of what's happening in their country, and they wake up every day and say, "Oh, I'm too tired. Now I want to know what's happening in my country," because he's young. You understand? So a young leader is good for that as well. But the thing is, if we focus on the identity too much of the person, or if we focus on the identity of the person and the group, we sometimes get lost in translation or get lost in what's happening. So we need to focus on the content of what this young person is saying he's going to do. right? Does it
Exactly,
align with what you?
the
Does it align
ideology.
with?
That's why we believe that
Yeah,
young guys that are running, they have that
yeah,
open mind to learn more,
yeah,
in what is
yeah.
happening currently. But the older
But
people, no, they don't have that ideology. They want to think
yeah,
more back in the days and stuff. But the younger guys are
because
open
that's
to
all they know.
technology.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But you can also find some old people that may advocate for what you have in your agenda, in your manifesto. So you can
Yeah,
have
yeah,
some old people. So we don't
yeah, yeah.
focus on the
Mhm.
identity of the person. We
It's the
focus
idea,
on
not
what the
the
person
age.
is in the
Yeah.
time. Because
Mhm.
if that person goes to do so, because Europeans can easily use that if we focus, oh, we produce another PIA for Kifaru or something, and they say we stand for you. But in order to differentiate if this European generated PIA is you want to see if your policies and them align. You understand what I mean? If your policy, because Europeans can get a young guy. They can get a young guy and say, yeah, I'm for PAA, but really, when you really look down what he has in plan, it's not aligning with PAA. So we don't want to focus on the identity. We want to focus on the contents of the character, the contents, the manifesto the person has. That's what we want to focus on. And also, for us as a movement, we need to be more targeted. That's all I'm saying. We just need to have a target and aim. What we're gonna do this month, next year, or something. Where we're gonna be next year. We need to be more
Exactly.
targeted.
We need
Otherwise,
to
it's just a
target.
bunch of
We
conversations
need
on
to
YouTube.
target. Yeah, we need to target, and we need to track our progress.
Our progress. Nobody else is doing that. Everybody else is just having conversations, and they're nice, Judy. I'm telling you, they're nice to have
Yeah,
conversations.
yeah, yeah.
But we're just
It's
having
it's
conversations. 3 years
entertainment. It's
now. That's what
entertainment.
Judy is always saying. 3 years now, and what have you done?
No, Jude,
Where's
Jude, Jude, Jude,
where's
you
this
don't
progress?
understand. Jude is a troll. When he goes where they're not saying anything serious, he's gonna throw the hell out of everyone. And
Hey,
You
Da,
know that thing. Always bring it up.
don't
What you
let
guys
me
are doing?
explain to you. I'm a Pan African in the hidden.
Yeah, I know, I know,
yeah,
I know.
because I understand Jude's problem. This word Pan Africanism, people think is some they've made it to be like African Americans coming to the continent. I think that's the problem when people hear about Pan Africanism. But Pan Africanism to me is African countries working together among themselves to have the
Kifaru,
best
Kifaru,
politicians and the,
I personally don't care how Black Americans perceive it because the reality on the ground in Africa will show different. It's the reality on the ground that really matters. So if Black Americans feel solidarity with Pan Africanism and they support it, I welcome their support. You understand me? I welcome their support, but I'm not going to be focusing on them. I'll be focusing on the ones in Africa, and I'm not going to let them control the movement. Of course, the movement in Africa, because the Africans that are voting on the ground is Africans that will be dying. So my focus is on Africans with my Pan-Africanism,
it's
on
logical.
economics.
It's
So
really
it's
logical.
logical. It's logical. So if the Black Americans support that movement, no problem. Just like they supported Mugabe, but they didn't vote in Zimbabwe. So sometimes you can have support from outside, but you don't have to exclude them. But you just
No, no,
need to
no,
know
no,
what
no,
your
no,
focus
no,
is.
no, no. No,
Yeah.
I'm not like excluding anybody, but I'm just like focused. If you listen to what I'm saying, you want to join me, fine, you're welcome. It's not like, but I'm not building the PAA and say, okay, the PAA, we need to call the West to come help us. No, they're welcome if they want to be part of. You understand? But we're gonna move
The
anyway.
West are never gonna. The West are never
When
gonna
I say
help us.
West, I'm talking about the black diaspora. If they
Okay,
want
okay,
to
okay.
come, they're welcome. But we're gonna move. We just move. You understand?
But they shouldn't be the ones at the front running of this
Exactly,
because they're gonna
exactly.
fuck
No, no,
this
no,
up.
no.
Because they
I'm
don't
not.
understand Africa better than us. They don't know
Yeah,
Africa better than us. They don't know the tribalism better. They
sometimes
don't.
I say this thing like people don't like it because now when they say diaspora, there's some people who are not Africans. They don't want to be Africans. You will not
Mm.
tell them no. I will not tell you no. You're African. Yeah, you are not. So, but when you say diaspora, we include all those people, and I don't want. I want to include only those who actually feel Africans. Those who don't want to be African, they need to stay away. So that's why we should just move, and those that think they're Africans will come. Those that don't think they're Africans will stay. But if we just say let's put them in, we might bring people that don't want to be. You understand what I'm trying to? You
That's
understand?
For
what I'm
me,
saying. Because people
for
that do
me,
not have the same understanding of what you are doing will cause confusion and friction
Exactly.
in what
exactly, exactly. You see, so for me, I differentiate it. I say, I'm pro-black. Yes, I'm pro-black. but I'm also Pan-Africanist in terms of
Yeah, yeah.
actualizing this.
We are, yeah, yeah.
So if African Americans support it, thank you very much and all that, but they will not be the ones to lead because they don't understand Africa better than us. So as Jude says, it will just bring confusion. It will just bring confusion.
I think they cannot even make that argument.
Like look at the other day, Hammer, for instance, and all that stuff, coming in and saying,
forget about
Ethiopian, Somalian, Ethiopian, Somalians, this and all that stuff. I say, hold on a second. So what do you want to do then? Do you want Africa to be in a state of constant warfare or something because we're warring with different races? We live in the same continent. Are we gonna? Are you saying we should go and take over the Horn of Africa or take over North Africa? Then you better be prepared for war because the whole continent will be set ablaze in war. You understand what I mean? Now, is that a fear from my side and all that? I just think it's a war. Was war the way to go? So, Kifaru, do you want to invade North Africa and East Africa to take over at the moment? Is that the way to go forward?
If I want what?
Do you want to invade East and North Africa to kind of replace them with Bantus and
Bro, people in my country don't have enough food and enough electricity.
You see what I'm saying?
I'll be more focused on my people getting
you see what I'm saying?
Invading some other people.
So it's not going to lead you anywhere to be. We don't want war in Africa. I mean, obviously, the politicians, some politicians are clever enough at the African Union to recognize that, to accept this stupid Tunisian leader and all that kind of stuff. He only did it because he was losing support on the economic side.
But you see the reaction of the Tunisian people. They're on the street.
I see, because that's the president, right?
They're on the street against the president, calling him to step down.
Yes. Oh, he stepped down? Did he step down?
Yes. They're rioting that he can't say things like that. They say he should step down. That their country does not.
You see what I mean? So, it's not as the way as, because some people live in a much more highly intense or deeper racialized kind of situation than African. So I'm not saying we're not recognizing that reality. We're recognizing that, yes, it's race. But African countries realize they must operate on a political level. You understand what I mean? But the Black Americans don't understand that. They want to operate on a racial level, which obviously is going to create situations like the Tunisian president said. But it doesn't mean we must not be aware or sensitive to it. We must be sensitive to it. But there's just some level of diplomacy you're going to have. If you lose diplomacy, it's just warfare in Africa. The Tunisians kill us, we kill them, and soon, what do you know? Come on, Kifaru. Is that what we want to achieve? Is that what
forget about Hammer. Hammer is just a distraction. You can't be talking about PAA and you bring Hammer, man. Just
come on, Kifaru.
We're talking about the other side, yeah, but we won't talk about PA. You can't bring Hammer, yeah, man.
Hammer. Didn't he say he's from Senegal?
No. The other day he said he's African descent. No, it's not.
Oh, yeah?
He just said he's from Senegal because he wants to have. He thinks he can talk about the honors anyhow because he can say, "Oh, I'm from Africa." But if he say I'm African Americans, the honors are gonna tell him you are not even African. Get out. But he wants to say I'm from Senegal so that he can speak.
I pulled him up. He told me personally he lives in Atlanta, Georgia. He's from Atlanta. He went to Uganda for a visit one time, and I think it didn't go well with him. So ever since he got back, man, his mind has been, turning around and trying to mingle and say stuff. He's gonna talk how.
Sorry, Jude, for cutting you short. When I tell you I need 10 people, we just need to start something. We don't need to, because I have actually designed some t-shirt. I was even wanting to get people, let's say, okay, this design, how can we make it? Simple things like that. Let's just work, because it's just a plain design, and each country has got their flag on it with the Pan-African Alliance and their country flag. Pan-African Alliance with their country flag. You don't want to get something that, you don't want to be like a group that is anti-government. That will shut you down. We are not even anti-government.
Kifaru, I probably even prefer something even more impervious or even not seen. I want to have effect, but not have symbolism yet. Not bring out the symbolism yet. Do you understand? I want to.
So how do you? Okay.
When I say the base, You don't need to have symbols to represent, oh, we are this group, we are that
Oh,
group,
they
we are
need to
this and
see
that
you.
group.
They need to see you. If, for
They need
example,
to
like,
see they need to see your actions on the ground.
yeah, but
They
then,
need to
okay,
see your
for
results
example,
on the ground.
you see,
Yeah.
all organization they have some symbol, the Red
Mm.
Cross, the whatever.
Mm.
People, if you're like, if you're going to clean the road,
Symbol is what
you understand?
identify you. You have to have
Yes,
some
people. If you are going
identification.
to clean the road, trying to crash
Mm.
some trash, people say, "Who are you?" They must know you are doing this. You understand? It's just an
Mm.
organization that we're here to help. Not, yeah. We need you
Okay.
need to have something.
Okay, I might turn on that. I do agree you need to some, but I just think when you kind of create all these things that can recognize you easy, it makes you an easier target and all that
But
kind of
we
stuff.
can't hide. We can't hide.
You
If we
can't
want to
hide.
do
You
this,
can't
we
hide.
just need to be so conscious how we move, what we say, who represent us. We are not anti-government. We are just a movement of patriots of each country, even the
Yeah.
government.
Okay.
So we go to the police station, we clean them. If we go to a police station that is dusty, we say PA is coming to paint this police station. We ask the commissioner, we want to paint this for you. We know
Man, you're
we're
very
happy.
ambitious.
We're happy
Kifaru,
for
that's
the
very
job.
ambitious.
You're happy for
Kifaru
the
is
job.
ambitious.
Huh?
You're very ambitious, Kifaru, man.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
is very ambitious.
Yeah,
So okay, very
we say
ambitious.
we're happy for the job you are doing for this our town, so we want to clean your station. People should see you like friendly, not like an opposition. First, even some police people will say, these people have good idea. Maybe I listen to the what they said. You go to the military camp, you clear the, you make friend with everyone.
Okay. 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 Judy, what do you think about that? Messing with the police and the
No,
military
no. I
and
mean, I
the
don't.
hey,
I don't. I think like what he is saying, right? Make yourself known. Make yourself public. The more you make, the more you create that publicity in what you are doing. People talk. People find out. People want to check you out. Want to check your website, see what you are doing, and
Exactly.
they can, they can give you accreditations, right? Like, say if they have something going on, they might call you in. Hey, this is going on. They might start seeking for your notice or seek for your attention as well. So it's very important, like he said,
It's very
go to
important.
public places.
Yeah,
I
the
mean,
awareness.
I believe that even as time goes by, you could even create like public libraries, in places,
Exactly.
okay. Let
attract
me let me
people,
give an example of let me give an
talk
example
about
of
it.
a
Yeah.
recent movement. Let me give an example of the recent movement that came and how it happened. I'm not saying I agree, but let's say Occupy Wall Street. Occupy Wall Street. You remember that movement that was occupying the Wall Street and all that kind of stuff, and how it died down, how it got suppressed. And let's say Black Lives Matter as well. They had a
Ah,
banner, Black Lives Matter.
I
No,
hate
no,
that.
no, 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 no. Hold on, Gifford, I'm giving an example. Black Lives Matters came in and all that stuff. And another movement, wokeism, they call it wokeism. The minute they made themselves public, that the amount of vitriol and criticism that came from them, the
Mhm.
amount of vitriol and criticism that came was so much that these movements now are like on the ground, discredited, all that kind of stuff. And now people are saying, whenever anybody speaks Black Lives Matter, you know that they didn't have a good cause. Now anybody says Black Lives Matter, you get Kifar say, oh, those movements they were da da da. But in the beginning, it was not the case. It's just that their message and what they were representing got hijacked and it got completely destroyed. It got hijacked and destroyed.
Why it
And
got
it's
hijacked. And this is, let me say so. And this is why studying an organization, right? And when you want to grow big, and you start asking for financial stuff, these are people that
Oh,
they're gonna come
yeah,
in
yeah, yeah,
and
that's true, that's true.
bring in their ideology. They're gonna
mm,
shift. You're gonna shift your own main
yeah.
ideology to suit them because they are the ones
Exactly.
sponsoring you, and
Thank
that's
you.
a
Exactly.
problem.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
exactly.
Thank
That
you.
That's
that's
what
the main
happened
thing.
with Black Lives Matter.
I
So
don't like that name. That Black Lives Matter
I
name.
don't
I
like
don't
the
like.
name neither. I don't like the name neither. But what they represented initially, I said, you know what, you don't obviously don't need to go. Of course, Black Lives Matter and all that stuff. You know what I mean? But what they represented was right. But the movement got hijacked. It got hijacked and destroyed. And Occupy Wall Street got hijacked and destroyed, discredited. Nowadays, whenever you hear wokeism, oh, I don't like these woke people. You know,
But
this anti-woke kind of idea.
Black Lives Matters had their ideology. People did not even take time to read what they were for. They
Yeah,
had their
yeah, yeah,
manifesto was on their website. So that's why we
yeah.
need to explain like what we are, so people will judge us from what we
Uh,
say we are. We need to be
okay.
that. things may
Okay, okay,
change.
okay. But you're very pragmatic about that, and you're accepting that you will be getting criticism when you put
Yeah,
that
yeah,
out.
yeah. Of course, of
Now,
course, of course.
if PIA gets so criticized so bad for what it stands for and all that stuff, that it kind of destroys the base, it kind of destroys the mood and all that. So it's gonna be a bummer. So in a way, um, PIA must be ready to stand up for what they stand for, and we must be steadfast in making sure that the mood and the atmosphere remains steadfast, and we don't get decided because they do this all the time. Every pro-black movement that
Of
comes,
course,
every
of
pro-black
course.
movement that comes, they say, "Oh, these wokeist people. Oh, these Black Lives Matter. Oh,
We
these
are not
PIA.
we
Oh,
are not a black movement. That's the thing.
no. I'm just giving examples.
Okay.
I'm not saying we're black. I'm just giving examples of where how
And
movements get
all this movement that
discredited.
this that is the West that do all this anti
How
that
did
anti.
they kill momentum? Do you know how they
African
killed
people
momentum
don't
in the
even have
UK?
time for that. Eh?
Do you know how they killed momentum in the UK? They said Jeremy Corbyn was an anti-Semite. They will say Jeremy Corbyn is anti-Semitic and all that. So these establishments have ways to kill movements and all that stuff. And also, Jude said something about financing and all that stuff. Yes, when you go to finance, when you create an organization, you need financing and all that kind of stuff. So this financing aspect can also bring up a case of, you know what I mean? So in a way, I'm saying like the movement doesn't necessarily need to be, oh, well, fine, the movement needs to be, the movement needs. But in terms of creating the base and all that stuff, creating the base, we don't necessarily need to be an organization. We just need to be just concentrated and focused and targeted on something. We don't need to be we don't need to do that. You can just build this further. We can build this further and feed it into the ether and feed it
Build
into the ether.
how? Build how if you're not a group of people together?
Okay,
How do you build?
build by using alternative sources of media or building alternative audience or building an alternative. So it's like a campaign we're doing, because when you go to Africa, you cannot do it through the newspapers, you cannot do it through the school system, you cannot do it through any means or even television and all that stuff. You can't do it through the news. So the way you can build it is just like how Donald Trump did, how the Russians did, how the far right did, and how Nigel Farage did. It's all built from online media. We need to have our
Well,
own media as
you
well.
know, yeah, I don't really want to use European models to build a
Oh,
Pan African Alliance because we'll be talking mostly all this. I know it's a good idea, but I don't want us to be on the West because on the West, people are more. You've got people on the internet all the time. You know, they have these ideas: conservative, anti-Semite. People in
No.
Africa,
That's not the
the vast
model.
majority of people in Africa don't even understand all those
No, no,
terminologies.
no,
You
no,
understand?
no, no one, no one is focusing on that.
Yeah.
No one is
Okay.
focusing on these ideologies. It's not a European model. We are addressing direct problems. We're addressing direct problems and all that stuff. Like, for instance, let's say Africa lacks security. Why does Africa lack security? Open up a topic about that. Make that spread across the black ether. Why are African politicians not transparent? You kind of spread that across the black ether and all that stuff. These topics get reason in discussions. The more they reason, the more politicians are feeling the need to address it, and the more they create space for politicians who will address it, who may be PAA, will come up and have space. So it's a way in which, yes, we're using Western media, because yes, we're using Western media. They can't shut us down because there's many of us. Kifaru, there will be many of us. It's not just one person. There will be many of us operating at different
Yeah,
levels.
I get you. I just want to make sure that we have the same ideology because if we people making an organization and people have alternative ideology, it's gonna create a clash in the future. So
Look,
it's
there's
actually
already alternative.
the,
You
the
see, Kivaru,
base
the
the base
alternative
should be
ideologies
clear.
already exist. They already exist. Let me tell you why they already exist. Here's the thing. This is they already exist. You have gas them up, and he's let's go back kind
But
of people, right?
they are not in the PAA. That's the thing. They are
No, no,
not
no,
in
no,
the
no, 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 no,
PAA.
no, 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 no. Hold on, Kifaru. I'm just saying, we already do have alternative ideologies, and we're not. You have gas them up. You have Afrodamus. You have different types of people with different ways of thinking. You
Exactly,
understand?
exactly. I
So
know that.
what I'm saying is, right, it's not a case in which it's a campaign you're gonna have to make, a targeted campaign you're gonna have to make to build the base for yourself and all that kind of stuff. So yes, these people will push their own agenda, but who pushes the most? Who wins most support, and who pushes who wins the most black people? Does Kifaru have more black people gravitate into his message, or does Gas Them Up have gravitated to his message? That's the thing. You have to win people over. You understand what I mean? And the only way you can do it is use alternative media to do it, Kifaru. You understand what I mean?
Yeah, I don't think there's an only way. There may be many ways to do the same
Okay,
thing.
okay,
I
yeah.
don't.
There
Yeah,
could be many ways.
maybe
There
yeah,
could be many ways.
alternative media is an option. You can
Well, you can, if you don't have that, you can go to the ground as well, and then you can also have TV channels and all that stuff. But the minute you start doing that, you see, when Kifaru comes with the TV channels talking about PIA, they say, let's wait for him. Somebody run him over. Bam,
yeah,
you're dead.
most of these people they don't have anything. They just talk. You understand? Like I'm not
Okay.
worried about people who just talk. You
Mm,
understand?
mm, mm.
You can talk anything you want to talk, but when I see an actual movement that is gaining some traction, then okay, I may think I have an opposition. But people just talking, to me, I don't see that as anything. Anyone can talk
Mm.
anything. You understand? I'm not really about people just talking. If there's an
But
ideology that
what if you have thousands and billions of people talking about that one thing?
yes,
What
that
do you
then
have
they have
thousands of
yeah,
millions
yeah.
of people talking about Africa lacks transparency?
Okay,
You have
yeah,
thousands
yeah,
of Africans
I
behaving like
get
that.
it. I get it. I think you're more worried about what other people. I want us to focus on us. You know, what are we doing to make
No,
our
Kifaru, what I'm saying,
organization, not about what other people are doing.
what I'm saying is, Kifaru, I'm not worried about what other people are thinking. Not worried about other races. What I'm saying is, if you have thousands of Africans talking about lack of security, lack of transparency, and they understand the reasons why, then you have a position there to come and say, I've got the solution for this. PIA
Mm,
have got a solution for this. You understand what I
yeah.
mean? It creates the space for you. Why? Because the demand is already building. So it gives opportunities for people like you to come and win. Because if Africans are discontent about something and you didn't capitalize on it, somebody else will capitalize on it. The establishment will capitalize on it. You understand what I mean? So you
Mhm.
build a discontent, a demand by talking about well, like Jude always raises this problem. Why is Africa like this? Why is Africa not like that? Why is Africa like that? Now we want those questions answered, and we want Africans to understand why this is and all that stuff. Not all of them are gonna, but the majority of them will get a better thing. So you create this discontentment that this is what brings politicians into power. They see a people that are disgruntled, they see a people that are unhappy with the state of the country, and they say, you know what, I've got the solution for you. You understand me? How did this group of angry people develop into a big movement? You understand me? And then another politician comes, Peter Obi comes and say, I got the solution for these young youths in Nigeria. I can see you have a problem. You understand what I mean? So he goes into power and is almost winning. How did this movement of young people galvanize and mobilize and all that stuff? We want to understand that process, and can we control that process, Kifar?
Mhm.
Yeah,
Can we control the process? Go on,
yeah,
Jude.
I
Go
think
on.
we understand. What I mean, like I think we are already on the right track, right? Because we have already in the process of probably identifying the problems that is happening. That's in Africa, right? Once you identify the problems, then now you can have ample view of bringing in the solutions or trying to solve it. But what Kifa was saying, I think like the European mentality or the diaspora is different from the way we can also solve African issues. And I think it's something that we have to work on, right? I mean, look, the best thing for us to do is to help solve the problems that are arising in Africa. Take up, for instance, you go to East, they are facing problems of agricultural problems, drought, and all these things. You go to West, I mean, security issue is a problem. You go to, so these are the kind of things because there are immediate causes
Exactly.
in every problems, immediate causes. Those are the causes that needs to be, those are the problems that needs to be solved quicker than even
Exactly.
going to all these other, I mean, problems and stuff, because problems are always based on priorities. So based on what we are doing, PAA, creating, finding people that are eventually, willing to partake in certain things like what Kifao was saying, maybe, come up with, maybe do I mean, go out and show yourself, show your organization. What are you doing? What are you capable of doing? What are you involved in? And what can you do to help better the society and maybe get involved in the political domain as well? So I don't see it as a bad thing, but, it needs improvement. And it's just the people that, that you need that people, those people that are determined to do the
It's not
things
about,
that,
it's not a bad thing.
PA even needs.
You will always have people that have political ambitions, right? So you will have people
Yeah,
that have
Dad. Yeah, I get. I may be judging you wrong. I think you're so worried about what other people say. Maybe I'm not understanding you.
no,
I think you.
not what other people think. No, I'm not worried about what other people think. I could care less what other people think. I want to actualize it and all that stuff. And I've thought about the problem and identify where it is. Right? So I mean, so and where to start it. It's not a worry about what other people think.
Okay. There will
I'm
always
worried.
be
I'm worried about what other
opposition.
people could do. I'm worried about what other people could do to jeopardize it, to jeopardize the movement, right? So
Yeah.
I'm saying, if in case the movement gets jeopardized or got, or if people manage to do and jeopardize it, at least we have the base has never disappeared. The base will produce another one, and the
Yeah.
base will always produce another one that's even more militant and stronger ever than ever. You understand what I mean? So I'm
This,
more concerned with creating the base for
this
PIA.
is what I'm planning to do. I'm planning to make a football match, almost like £200 for the cash prize, PA competition. You understand? Because I know in my town, people like things like that. It's so easy to me. Let's forget about. Let's create the awareness. It's not going to cost anything. You understand? It may cost me some money.
Call
You
it
understand?
awareness, call it awareness, mood, political
Yeah.
atmosphere, call it whatever you want to call it. Either
Yeah.
way, it's part of building the base. It's part of
Exactly.
it.
We need to be that. Yeah, okay, okay, I get you. We need to be the base, and people need to know us. So I don't think that we need to hide. We need to have a movement
Okay,
and
yeah,
a
that point
symbol.
I take that point where you say you don't need to hide that one.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess it's my thing where I think we need to be move a bit more secretively. You know what I mean? Less like something that's like impervious. Like you can see it, but you cannot really teach it. It's not tangible. You understand what I mean? Like they cannot actually tangibly affect us, but we are also having an effect on the ground. That's the kind of
So how can
situation
you
I
how
find
can
that.
you create an awareness on the ground when then you hide? I don't know. Maybe I'm missing something.
Right. So okay. The awareness on the ground, yes, you're gonna need. So I'm leaving that to people who naturally are ambitious or something. People who are naturally ambitious. I'm not saying
Yeah.
yes. If somebody like Ifaru wants to be a PIA, yes, people who have political ambitions will tap into this demand. Like Peter Obi, you understand what I mean? He tapped into the demand that
Mhm.
Nigerians are discontent. He himself wrote, "This is an opportunity that I can use to gain power because these people are very, very angry." You understand what I mean? So obviously he had his campaign and all that stuff, but he was an individual that did it. Him and his team and his group did it, and they tapped into a discontent. You understand what I'm saying? But the movement was not one that Peter Obi created. The
Mhm.
movement didn't even have direction. All it just it's just a bunch of people just go angry. They just go angry and they found each other, and some groups get together and all that kind of stuff. But Peter Obi himself didn't create the movement. They didn't create the angry youth in Nigeria. Do you understand what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
my process is to understand how these kind of people are created, how these groups and movements are created, and how we can control that process and all that stuff. And this will affect us. It will least affect us. Jude can still do his thing in America. I can do my thing in UK. You can do my thing. Maybe who knows? I might be more ambitious than the UK. Who knows? Maybe I might come around the other way and all that kind of stuff. I'm much more ambitious than you think.
I get what you mean. No, so okay, the way I see now, like I think the way we're gonna move, we're gonna give some people some particular tasks to carry on because like
Exactly.
everyone cannot do the same thing. I think maybe like because you're more passionate with some other things. So time to tell you don't do
That's what
that.
I'm saying. That's
Okay.
what I'm
Yeah.
saying.
So
Many
some
people are
other people
passionate
may
about
be
different things.
passionate.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think some we're gonna work with tax. Okay, this is what we have to
yeah,
do. Maybe that is more interested in this. So that you know what, take your tax and we need some result. Maybe I want to be more on the ground. Okay, you take that
yeah.
tax, then we
Because
see the result.
you have political ambitions, right?
Yes, yes.
I may have some secret political ambitions, but I'm gonna use it. I'm gonna navigate it differently. You know what
Yeah,
I
yeah,
mean? I might not want to be a direct politician, but I want to affect politics.
me,
You
yeah,
understand what I'm
if
saying?
it were me, I don't even want to. be put my face in the public because, as I told you, we
Hey, so who's
the
gonna
way
be leader?
the way things
Who's gonna be leader? We need a face. Who's gonna be leader?
no, no, yeah, no. We need a face. Like when I say a face, you need a charismatic individual. You understand? Someone that people like.
Yeah,
You
me.
understand?
I already call Black Americans sons of slaves and all that stuff. I'm not the right one to be leader or something, Judy. But I did on the other side. I did call it. I call it sons of bastards and all that stuff. So for me, not to be
Yeah,
a leader, no. But I will definitely have an influence and all that stuff. So Kifaru, we agree. One, let's say agreement. We agree. We need to create the awareness. We need to create the
awareness,
atmosphere. We need to
awareness.
create the mood to kind of set the
First,
base set the
yes,
base
yes.
and all that stuff.
We
How
need to.
can we do this awareness, this thing, and all that stuff?
Okay,
Because you understand that,
yes,
yeah.
I've got my idea. That's just me.
So
Some other
you've
people
got your
will
idea,
come.
yeah.
Yeah,
You've
I
got,
stay
so we need
first.
to see if our ideas collide and if we can be more focused and targeted and all that stuff. Because I can
I
tell
stay
you, if it
because
was
me.
something like okay, if it was something like okay, we agree on something today, we're gonna like I saw a video this morning or something. They were talking about they kind of went more into detail about the French Franco-African relationships and all that stuff.
Mhm.
Now, Kifaru, we live in the information age. I tell you, we live in the information age. Europeans they change tactic. They change tactic because of China and Russia, and they now engaging in soft power. They are in a soft power game to try and win over Africans' mind in terms of what they put out on TV, what is read out to the news, the education system they control. But that has always been. But now the tactic is ever more focused on actually having equal relationship. They use this word equal relationship, equal business friendly relationship is the soft power play and all that stuff. I can show you a video. So I'm saying if we don't have our voice and our input in this online media warfare, they will win they will win the narrative, and then or if you win the soft power, then that's it. If they win over the soft power in Africa, we've got nothing to say because you can't challenge them. It will be like the UK. You know how the UK Kifaru is. People are not very pro-black in the UK. You know that. You know, people are not very pro-black in the UK. Like nobody
That
talks about
that
the black shit.
UK, America, that's not my first focus. My focus is Africa. They can be pro-white
Oh,
in
I'm
the
just
UK.
giving an example of. I'm giving
They
an
can be
example.
pro-white in America and pro-white in
Yeah,
the UK.
yeah,
That's okay.
I'm
If
giving an
I
example.
if I lose them and again Africa, I'm happy.
Yeah. Jude, say something, Jude. You've been quiet
Yeah.
all day.
Yeah. So as I was saying, my strategy is just start some little community work. You understand? Something stupid, you know, some little community work, making people aware. Like go to a school.
So
Like,
let me drill down into
can I
let me
say?
drill down into your
Like,
strategy, Piccolo. Let me drill down into your strategy. Right. Let me ask question.
okay, let
Now
me
you
just say
said
mine. Then you will say yours.
go on, sorry.
Yeah. So what I was thinking, like, okay, simple thing. Just go to primary school, whatever they call it, and just go and ask the school. You want them to give you who's the best child that's good in mathematics or whatever. The child that is first in the class. We we're going to pay his school fees till he graduates, like for 7 years. It costs nothing. That kind of. Who are you? We are Pan African Alliance. We are doing this. The next day, maybe one minute. Oh, there's a drainage or some dirty heap of dirt on this street and that. Okay, let's go, let's clean it. You understand? That little thing. And who's these people? Oh, we are this. Simple things first, you understand? Not like some
Mm.
super high tech analyzing, some simple things that don't need any analyzing. From there, we start building. We start getting data and say, okay, let's go to this other town. Just like that. First start that. First things first, as simple.
So you are creating a group to sponsor somebody, to sponsor different types of people and all that stuff, or do different activities. Now, the idea here is the question is, um, how you gonna find the finances to dedicate to these people? What if another group that sees your plan, who comes and say, you know what,
Another
I'm gonna
group,
do this.
another group,
No, no, no,
another
hold. Say, I'm gonna do the same thing, and they have more money to subsidize these kids to do better in life and all that kind of stuff. What if another group came and did the same thing? And also, Kifaru, how were you gonna get the wealth in order to be able to keep these groups alive, these activities, in order to run
that
these
that
activities?
that that, that we're gonna say them offline. I have a plan. I'm not going to say
Okay,
those. Like
okay,
those are
okay,
some secretive
okay,
things. I will not say them online. You know, there's
okay.
a
So
plan. There's a plan
that's
for
my
that.
question. How
There
are
is
you going to?
there is there is a way. That's
Because
but
from my point
this.
of view,
Mm.
I get you. From my point of view, I don't think Jude is stupendously rich, and I don't think I'm not stupendously rich. So Kifaru,
Me
yes,
me
you're
either.
doing good
I'm
in your
not.
life, but
I'm
you're
not.
not stupendously rich.
Yes, yes, yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
not rich. Yeah, but I say there is a
yeah.
plan, but it's for offline. It's not for YouTube.
Okay. I would like to know. I will be sending
Yeah,
you a message. I'd
yeah,
like to know how
yeah,
you plan to fund
yeah.
these movements and all that kind of stuff.
Exactly,
So
exactly.
yeah,
Everything
yeah,
is written, and it's. I've been working on this for a long time. Don't worry. They
funding,
may have some
funding,
flaws. Yeah, yeah.
funding. This goes all into my. Kimaru, I don't want to review your mind, but I can almost think about how you plan to do everything, and I'm like, how you plan to fund this thing, Kimaru, without actually having external. First,
When you get
you have
my email, when you
first,
get my email, when
first
we
is a
start
case of
talking,
when
you will
hold,
know.
I'm gonna talk in a high level way, Kifaru. I'm gonna talk in a high level and a very surface level way. So first you have to find the funders, right? You have to find people who are gonna fund this movement and who have the money to fund this movement and all
I'm
that
not.
kind of stuff.
We're not looking for any person that fund anything. PAA has been designed to auto fund itself. You
Hey,
understand what I mean?
Kifaru, you came up with something like that. Hey, auto
Yes,
funded.
yes, auto funded. The movement will
I
auto
can't
fund.
wait to hear
Yeah, yeah,
Kifaru.
yeah.
Da,
It's a
the problem
powerful
is,
model. It's a
yeah,
powerful
da, the
model that
problem,
is nothing like that. No one has known anything like this.
yeah, the problem is to start small and then the problem is to start small and then expand.
Yes,
We
yeah.
are not
We're
gonna
not
get
going to
up.
get the 1 million
On the
supporters.
physical side, on the physical side, yeah, on the
All
physical
right, we are
side,
not
on the
just gonna
ground
get up
level.
one morning and say, "Oh, we're gonna go to all countries in Africa."
Exactly.
No, maybe he started in Cameroon, right? And maybe from Cameroon, Nigeria, Gambia, and all this, you
Now,
start,
if like I have people who are waiting for me to say, let's kick off now in Cameroon, but I tell them,
right,
just wait. I want two more countries, two more.
right, right.
Uh,
Yeah.
I'm left abreast to hear this plan, how this auto
Yeah, maybe,
funding is
maybe,
gonna.
maybe you can run in Gambia. Maybe you can be, the guy that is doing the things in the Gambia. You don't have to be on the ground or anything.
I will do things all right. I will do things to align with PAA. I will do things to align. I'll keep abreast of PAA, and I'll do things to align with PAA. But they will be very capitalistic in nature. Do
Yeah,
you
yeah.
understand that, Ifaru? I will do things to align with PAA, but
Mm.
it will be capitalistic in nature because we as individuals, I'll do things to better myself. I will have this philosophy. There's no point. You can only help other people if you help yourself, if you better yourself. If you're dusty, you're not going to be able to help no one. You understand what I mean? So if you improve your life circumstances, through no matter what means, then you can use that to help other people. So if my aim and ambition in life is to improve and all that, and somehow come at the other end and I'm able to help anybody or something like that, or even help a group, that's good. Like
But
if I
you
wanted to,
know, yeah.
if I wanted to fund and donate to a PAA cause in Gambia, or fund a PAA cause in Gambia, Senegal, or Guinea-Bissau or something, I can only do that by improving myself. Correct, Kifaru?
Yeah, but in history, there are people who've sacrificed their life to help other people and it works. So it does matter. They're like revolutionaries, freedom fighters that
Yeah,
sacrifice
yeah,
themselves
yeah.
for their
But
people.
these, in order for you to be able to sacrifice something, you must have something worth value, right? So, for instance, warriors, they sacrifice their life, they sacrifice their skills to die for their nation, so they are martyrs. There's
Hmm.
people who sacrifice their careers, their money, their earnings to die. There's people
Hmm.
who sacrifice, the people who sacrifice many, many things. Friends and mothers sacrifice food and all that stuff. So there
Hmm.
must be something. You must have something to sacrifice. If you don't have nothing to sacrifice,
Yeah,
then
yeah.
you
It might be
understand me?
anything. It might be time. It might be anything.
It might be time, it might be anything, but it must be something to sacrifice. So it's not a
So
case where
it's not necessarily money and career and wealth. You
right,
understand?
right. Not necessarily money. So it might be time indeed. Yeah, that's true. It could be time. Somebody could say, I have time for this and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But
Hmm.
if that person is in a dusty kind of state, like you know what I mean, How is
No,
he
you
gonna
can't.
use
You
time for
can't.
that?
You
You
can't.
need food, isn't it? You need food and all that. So you
Yeah,
have to think
you
about
must
all
be.
that.
You must be in the right mindset first. To me, it's the
Yeah, you
right
must be in the
mindset.
right mindset.
You
Yeah, you
must be in
must be
the
in the
right
right
mindset.
mindset.
Yes.
Like let's say these let's give an example, for instance. This it's tough, right? Like we're all here because we're doing slightly better in life and all that stuff. So we've got time to engage in this conversation because we're doing better in life. We've got time. So that's why we're here. But most people in Africa, they don't have time to be going and making movements for PIA. They're like, you know what, I'm fucking hungry. I fucking need
No,
money.
no,
Da. So
no. A lot of
how
people in
how
Africa
are you
don't
gonna
know.
pull somebody from that and tell him go and do for PIA when he's like hungry?
A lot of people in Africa don't even. They're doing nothing. I don't see why you say they're doing something. They're just jobless. You understand? They don't have the vast majority of
But yeah,
Africans.
they may be jobless, but they're wondering where the next meal is coming from. And when they're
Exactly,
hungry,
exactly.
they don't have time to come and say, Kifaru and his PAA stuff, bro. What is he gonna do for me? How are you gonna feed all these people? Where are you gonna make the way to feed all
So
these
what's
people?
your point? What's your point? I don't get your point. What's your point?
My point is we need to be sure where the funding is going to come from, or the funding for PIA needs to be. You need to be sure about that and how PIA is going to fund this. That's why I necessarily don't focus too much on financial funding and all that kind of stuff. But I guess my plan only stops at that. It doesn't only stop at that. No, it doesn't actually stop at that. But it's, if I achieve that aim of creating the base, if I achieve that aim of creating the base, the awareness and all that stuff, that's a one step closer to then implementing the much more Machiavellian plan that I have and
So
all that kind of stuff.
do you have a better plan of how PA can
Not a
finance?
better plan. Not a better plan. I think there could be like multiple prongs, like 5 prong seal. There could be multiple prongs of plans and all that stuff. And I think I want a loose system, a more loose
Mhm.
system, but really it's actually taking effect. You understand what I mean?
That's I want to give you something. I know I was part of
Like
Ambassador.
you know the sensibility I'm trying to give. Kifaru. You get the
Listen,
sensibility. It's loose, but it has palpable effects.
listen.
Without
Okay, I was a part of Ambazonia, right? And they were
mm,
having this problem to finance the movement. Okay, and they say, how do we finance this movement? They
mm,
created this little website that people could sponsor. Most of those things were my ideas. I say, okay, we can create a website. It was long. It was called Kakuf that time. But I'm just trying to
mm,
tell you something. I said, okay, we can create a website and people can sponsor soldiers.
mm,
You understand? You can sponsor a soldier maybe for $5 a month. They'll give you the name, you know the soldier is doing, and things like that. But after I say, do you know what? We can't create a movement that you want to build a country and asking people to donate. There must be
mm.
another
Yeah,
way. Yeah,
yeah,
there must be another way that you can have money and that you don't need to have people. And this was a debate, and a lot of things people came with terrible ideas, and some people even
mhm,
were ready to go meet Russia to sell
mm,
some like
yeah,
different ideas. Then I brought this idea. I'm not going to say. I said, do you know what? We had some money. We had almost. They did what they call my trip to Boya, and they
mm,
were aiming for $1.5 million.
mm,
Okay, and it ended up like $750,000.
mm.
Okay, and I say
Yes,
okay, and I
mm,
say this is a thing. We have this money now. This money is enough, not like enough. It's huge if we
mm.
do the right thing with this money. And this thing might auto finance itself. It might take some time, but
Yeah.
I gave them an idea. And these
Yeah,
people,
you can stop at that, Kifaru. The fact
no,
that
no,
you
no, I will
dictate.
not tell. I will not tell them what. I will not tell the idea.
Yeah,
I
you can
give
stop at
them.
that. I'm satisfied. As long as you have deeped it, it seems like you have deeped it enough and you have experience doing this
Yes,
kind of
yes,
funding
yes, yes.
and all
Yeah,
that. So
yeah.
you have deeped it enough. So I don't need you to tell me the detail from that, right?
Okay,
Right. So
okay,
as long as
okay.
you've deeped means of funding,
I
if you
know.
have
I know.
if you have
Don't worry.
alternative means of funding, no
Yes,
problem.
yes,
But
yes.
they
That
still
I know. I know.
you can do things even without funding. You can achieve things
You
even
need
without a
money.
lot of funding.
You
You
need
understand what I
money.
mean?
That's the
You
truth.
can
Yeah.
achieve.
So yeah.
You
So
need
when I
money,
say
but there are things we can do without a lot of money as well, and that's my
thank
point
you,
of view.
yeah,
That
we
yeah,
start with the small we have and we grow. It's possible. When I
but
say we can auto this the movement will
Yeah.
auto finance itself.
Yeah,
Believe
yeah,
me,
yeah, yeah.
it's possible.
For me, from my point of view, is we can actually make effect without a lot of finances. It's just that all of us here have to agree on what we, in terms of building the base, in what we push out. I guess that's my idea. In what we agree to in terms of building the base, how we can do it without costing a lot of money, without requiring a lot of money. We agreeing on what to push out into the ether. You know what I mean? What we should push out into the internet. We should agree on what to push out into the internet that Africans are using and the black diaspora are using. You understand what I mean? Or Africans in the diaspora and Africans at home. We should agree on controlling those talking points, controlling that. So what we push out into the internet, into the ether, we should agree, or we should already be on the same mindset, or a group of PIA people over here. Do you understand what I mean? And that's gonna cost us less. It's gonna cost us less because you have different types of PIA people from everywhere agreeing this is what we're gonna this is the agenda. Let's push it into the internet. So in that way, you control the narrative. Even Black Americans would not even have a go to come talk about FBA and all that stuff. We want to push FBA out of the thing. We want to push ADOS out of the conversation. Talk about
Mike,
more real stuff. You understand what I
God,
mean? Because we are
let's
more than them.
let's Mike, Africa, bro.
Yeah.
Africa. I know you like I do like the black in the diaspora, but
I don't know. I like them. I don't hate them. I like them. I just
yeah,
hate the
me
dusty
too,
ones
me
and all
too,
that
me
stuff.
too, me too. They're part of us. I know
I hate the
If the truth
degenerates.
is
That's
against,
what
but those people are part of us. You understand? They're part
I
of
hate
us.
I
But
hate the degenerates, but I like
if
them.
Africa is not stable, no black man is free.
Of course. Jude, sorry, you've been quiet and you've been patient. Say something, Jude, to finalize us, or something else of concern that you may have.
I mean, you doing the talking, right? I don't, I just.
Yeah, but you must have
Just
opinions
for
by
fun,
now.
some jama for that how they call it on that country.
Yeah,
Mm.
you must have some opinions, some concerns, some perspectives, some
No,
review.
he's
Give
if
feedback.
if he's just listening, it means we are saying things that he
I mean,
agrees with.
I've been the same thing that you guys have said is the same thing that when this panel started, we have
Okay,
discussed on all
okay.
those things and we discussed about the finance and all these things. So I would discuss that maybe
Yeah,
at
but like
in
all
a
these things,
point,
like I know, yeah, the
yeah,
finance
in
is
a
there.
point,
We need to sit
yeah,
and
in a
create
point,
everything. I know
yeah,
that is more worried about what may happen and that. I
in a
see that.
point in
That
time, in a point in
yeah.
time, that's why I wanted to ask you, how do you think how non-governmental organizations, how do they get their funding? So I mean, if this what we are doing, my one point be a non-governmental organizations, right? So you can have donations from people, you can also create wealth by involving in agriculture, involving in
Kifaru,
agriculture in certain
I'm
places,
gonna
and
drop out for now. I'm gonna drop out for now. Something to look out for. But very constructive conversation. I want in a couple of years that we're gonna get somewhere. We're gonna see something. We're gonna have more better, more refined conversations. And expect
But
my email, Kifaru.
yeah,
Yeah.
we're gonna get there. Trust the process. That's what I want to say.
Let
I know
I can try. I can
you're a
do that.
perfectionist. You're a perfectionist. You want everything to be clear and straight before you step your foot inside. I understand that, but yeah,
Yeah,
that's you. You want to be sure, to see a clean road from the beginning to the end. But there's no clean road. It's crooked. We need to get in and straighten it while we move along. That's how I
Oh, all
believe.
right, all right. I see that narrative. Okay, no worries, Kifaru. I'll catch you in a bit, a bit.
All right, that's fine. That's fine.
all right, man.
Thanks for coming. Boy, Alpha,
Boy, the Mondays basically gone.
what to be time that you nang nang?
4 p.m. exactly in my state.
PM.
Yep, 4 p.m.
But
exactly.
now afternoon, you go gym. You not go gym.
Yeah, I did. How you know? I didn't at gym itself.
I say be gym man. You want to make a build a grand come by own. You want to
No, I
frighten
know
people.
I'm be the grand combat boy. You know, so I be skinny. I want to get. I know I'm be that supermarket. I can't man them. No,
But you big.
me.
Yeah.
No, boy, me I not big that way. Oh.
Okay.
I not big that way. I not big
You
that
know,
way.
you know, be muscle man.
I no be muscle man. I want to get small, slim.
Yeah,
Just
you're
be
slim fit.
you slim fit. You understand?
Yeah.
So
I
how
said,
far?
the man, yeah, the man they were fearful. See, for start it,
Yeah,
just
yeah,
gather
audio.
some few men them. Yeah,
Yeah,
gather some few men them, give them so even as some colo, then colo, make they go buy shag no, the wear uniform no. You should
yeah,
even create some small football match here for some place, now, and the sponsor that match. Small thing make people they know now. Just
yeah.
awareness, easy. You understand? You don't need to
Nah,
fight the
nah.
thing. First start time,
Nah,
small. Start and small.
first start
As you
time
talk,
is first.
to where the talk so no about
Mm-hmm.
for get them take money, do farm, all that kind of shit. So that's one time talk. Then the idea that if you get some
Uh-huh.
small put against some small dough, you take and invest on some small buy some small
Small.
shank.
Yeah,
You get many they
yeah,
borrow. They don't like pray when I they set in them. Then they do when I use and they
yeah.
sponsor the shares. Now the
Even
idea that after
the
some
idea
time they
that
make kind of big exactly. But no man they know say now that door where they sponsor that shit come on for day because if
exactly.
they
Even
know
person say you want start the own small business, you know the kind business, so you know say na business, there you go, you put small dough on top, you know.
exactly. That's what I tell okay. Exactly. What you happen with the Amazonia there? That mean they be get that though. I tell people they say me they go for some neutral country, okay,
Yep.
where you get some fine
Find
law
money.
for
Yep.
big business. They
There you
create
go.
some company for the you go
Exactly.
take them small time, make this up bill them. Almost
Mm.
$1 million. It was much money for go to kind country, create some kind thing. They don't know, but they control that
Yep.
man. That thing will be get do the size and the sponsor the thing. That's how I tell
Yeah.
them. That's where man go take money invest them for crypto. Crypto
They
crash.
go put our cryptocurrency
Yes,
master. That thing
yes,
affects
yeah,
people very
yeah,
badly.
yeah,
You know.
yeah.
Yeah.
Chris and the
Nowadays the
other ones.
downfall. Nowadays the downfall come out. They go create
Yes.
Amazonian coin.
Would you buy no money buy Amazon coin? Yeah. So you go buy may not be now.
Yeah, this thing
Yeah,
is just the start. We have discussed so many things, and this
yeah,
only
yeah,
just
yeah,
give
yeah,
us
yeah.
the
It's the
idea of
start.
actually.
We need to create awareness, and I just want that everyone that comes, share the same mentality. We should not have alternative ideas because when you have alternative ideas, instead of moving forward, you'll be arguing.
Right,
No, don't do this, and you don't move anywhere. So I tell someone, if you have a different idea, it's fine. I'm not telling you idea is wrong, but you cannot be in this movement because this movement will have an idea that's what we follow.
right,
So if you want
yeah.
to come, you don't come try to change it. You don't have to do that.
You are coming to get changed by this organization, not
Exactly. Yeah. So if you
So
think you are completely different, you can create your own and move forward.
yeah, and
If
that's why when most of us come to America, right? America is the one that is changing us. We are not changing America
of
because the
course, so,
system is already there in place.
yeah.
But when you
If
see
you don't
African
want it, you
Americans,
leave. Yes.
when you see African Americans who want to go to Africa and then they want to change people and their culture, that doesn't work like that. You
No.
have to adapt to the culture that those people live in, and that's where we have friction and all these things. You know what I'm saying? So. Right.
Exactly.
But I mean, PAA, man, we are behind it, just because we might be so busy, but at least creating time to come on and talk and it's
Yeah,
very
no,
important.
I know. We manage time. That's why for now I just have just trying to do the stream on Saturday. But we'll be doing a lot of things offline,
Right. Yeah,
We'll be doing
exactly. Especially
offline,
on Telegram. Yeah.
Yeah, Telegram, maybe we'll be having like Zoom streams,
Yeah,
like
yeah. At least
getting
once a
people from
time we
other
should have a
parts.
Zoom stream,
Yeah,
man,
yeah,
where
that's
people
what we're connecting with all the other members from all the other parts of Africa,
even people should actually even show themselves.
No, of
So
course, after no, of course. You think I'm just gonna speak with faceless people online? No. Before
yeah,
you want to sign up, we must know you, see your face, and we need to have some
exactly.
information about you, some credentials. If
Exactly.
you actually, it's a party, it's not some kind of a YouTube movement. No.
Right. There is no reason why we shouldn't be public like that was saying. Stay in the
No,
loop.
if you don't want to show
You cannot
yourself
be
in
in the
the
loop.
public, yeah, it's all right. But when we're going to speak in
Yeah.
offline on the Zoom, we need to know
Yeah.
you, and
Yeah.
we just make sure no one shares where you don't know. You can't say that
Yeah.
some people always
Yeah.
share, but You can
Yeah.
hide if you want to be a politician. You
You
cannot
know, you
hide.
cannot, you cannot. I mean, once you're logged, because in the Zoom you give, you give code, right? So once you come in, you turn in on your video. If you don't want to
Of
turn in, then
course,
you
of
can
course,
ignore the
of
video.
course.
Yeah. So yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, that's it. Yeah, man. It's 11, 11, 20, 11, 12 p.m. Yeah, it's
Oh,
to
11,
midnight.
12. Yeah, it's 4:12 as well in my state.
Yeah, I was supposed to go out, but I waited for one guy. He did not come, so
Oh,
I
you
may
guys
not go.
party a lot, huh?
I no weekend at least. I just need to go out, even have a
That's
pint,
good, man.
even a pint of beer, relax, talk with other people, man.
Yeah.
I like to go out.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Sometimes.
go out today, man. I'm just,
Yeah,
it's cold.
There's one Cameroon club. They changed the name to Be Blues.
To what?
Be Blues.
Be blues. Oh, like do I? Oh
Yes,
yeah.
the one. Well, yeah, yeah, yeah. It was first Oxygen. He changed it to Be Blues,
Oh,
and
in Italy.
no, here in the UK.
Oh, you are not in the UK.
Yeah, yeah. I've been in the UK like for 4 months now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But I'll be going
Oh
back
wow.
soon. It's
Oh,
just
you're gonna
work.
go back to me? I thought, wow.
Yeah,
What makes
I go I go front and back like that. That's how I do.
then
So,
why don't you prefer UK?
man, it's so strict here, bro. Italy
Yeah,
is free.
and you're right. That's what somebody told me that I was watching a video where people were moving to Germany, and this lady was saying Germany is hard. If you are from Italy, Italy is
Oh,
more better than you
Italy is
moving to
free,
Germany.
bro.
Yo,
Italy is free. This country is
oh,
so strict. In Italy, they give you fine, you don't pay, nothing happens. You
oh
know,
wow.
yeah, Italy is like that, bro. You can talk with the policeman, they can give you fine, you drive your car, they can stop you, you don't stop. You just go, nothing will happen. It's just a
Wow.
free country, bro. But when you come
Yeah.
here, man, they give you a fine, you don't come for the next day, you start having posts every day on, and like every day
When
the
you come,
postman is coming to send you. After they say if you don't go, you go to court. Court? Who's going to court in
yeah,
Italy? What?
but
No one's going to
UK
court.
is better. America will humble you.
Oh God, yeah. When I say court,
America.
who is going to court, man? So Italy is free, bro. Then the lifestyle is more chill. There's not like fast lane. Italians are
Mhm.
chill. They'll tell, oh, why are you in a horse? Relax, sit down, eat something. Why let the boss go and walk if he wants you to walk?
Yeah.
Yeah. Say let the boss go and do his work. Relax. Oh, come on, they'll say karma, bevi qualcosa, dai, sediti, frate amico. Yeah, they're
Mm.
just chill. Italy is chill. Italy is chill. It's normal
Oh
for
yeah.
Italy. You can call your friends. Weekend, people go to the park, take their barbecue thing, and do barbecue in the park. It's normal.
Right.
Yeah, yeah. So this country, bro, is so
Yeah.
strict. The work here. People work for 14 hours.
In the UK.
16 hours, 18 hours, man. In Italy, you ask someone to work for 11 hours, they'll ask you, are you mad? you know,
Oh
it's
yeah.
9 hours. Yeah, Italians don't do more than that. They
Oh, you
don't.
guys do only 9 hours.
9 to 5. That's how much 9 to 5? Is
Uh,
That's it.
so do you
Yes,
guys
nine
have
hours.
different? Do you guys have different shifts, like midnight shift?
It's really, really rare. It's rare in Italy
Mm,
for factories. It's really, really. They have, but it's not like in the UK that people have midnight shifts. Not every factory in Italy do midnight. Very few, and the rate, because the rate is really, really high. You
right.
understand? The rate for night and day is really, really high. So
Right.
because of that, uh, we have like really early shifts. You can start from
Uh,
5 to 12.
mm,
No, 5 to 2. Then people start from 2, maybe 2 to 10, and that's it. You understand? The
right.
night shift is like, it's rare. Maybe like some supermarkets. Yeah, some supermarkets have night shift to go sort out the product. No, that job. But yeah, the night shift, man. But it's sometimes if you have a job, you have rotating. You don't just
Mhm.
work night. Some people just work night. There's nothing like that. It's difficult for people to just work night.
So you guys do 9 hours, 1 hour lunch break, huh?
Yes, yes, yes. Most of Italian job is that. Yeah.
1 hour lunch break,
No, like 30 minutes.
30 minutes.
1 hour
That's
45. No, 45 minutes. 45 minutes. It's paid, yeah, 45 minutes. It just depends. But yeah,
we only do
like
we only do we only do 8 hours in America.
but it's an 8 hours job.
Yeah, most jobs are 8 hours, but they are various shifts. That they have like three shifts. There are three shifts. There is
Mm.
first shift, second shift, and third shift. First shift in most companies in America is 24/7. First shift start at six in the morning, 6 to 2:30. Second shift start at 2:30 to 10 p.m. Next shift start at 10 p.m. to 6 in the morning. So it's like, yeah.
Yeah. Well, maybe there's night shift, but I did not work night shift because thinking of it now, like things like okay, you have like McDonald's. Are they all 24 hours?
Oh yeah, most of McDonald's are 24. McDonald's are 24/7.
Okay, exactly. Like in my town, there's only one that is 2/7. The other one's closed. So if at night you want to eat, you need to go to that one.
Yeah, some are closed, especially where there are not a lot of movement,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
But in most of the cities, like around, like, yeah, it's 24/7. McDonald's, all the most of these fast food places. I say most, not all, most. And then manufacturing, you know, yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. That's it, man. So yeah, it was nice coming, man. So I'm trying to sort that website. I don't know what happened. I think it's off. I don't know what happened. So I need
Oh
to
yeah,
sort it
yeah. We
out.
need we need to, we need to revamp,
Yeah,
revamp.
yeah, yeah. Anyway, thank you, man. So thank
Yeah, when I
everyone.
saw you online, man, I said let me just chip in. I saw a
Thank
lot of live people on live. I said no, let me chip in and
Yeah,
play.
no, we just need to do what we are doing, and we don't depend on other people. If I have two, three people that we can talk, but it's good that we stay on the topic. We talk PAA and we close and we
Yeah,
move.
people,
Because if we
people,
just
people,
jump from
people
one
are
thing.
taking. People are you. I was a partner. People are taking my ideology and think, no, I'm this man. I'm not wrong. I'm not against Pan Africanists at all, man. Like, I
Of
wish the
course,
best
of
for the
course, of
African
course.
continent. Especially when it comes to one currency,
But
one tax code,
exactly.
and all these things. That's what we aim for. It would be great if
Well,
all
that,
these
that
things can
to me
happen.
that is even a really really high level thing. You understand?
Right,
To
right.
me, if we can even have the regional blocks are working perfectly, let's start from
Right,
that one first. You
right.
understand?
So,
Let the regional work, the regional block. Cameroon, we just dominate that Central Africa, so we don't really have
yeah,
competition. That's the problem. You
exactly. We
know,
don't. Yeah.
Cameroon dominate. When you talk about Central Africa, now Congo is gone. It's just Cameroon.
It's just
It's just like
Congo
we
is not
dominate.
even gone because few days ago I still saw Congo doing a Central African
Yeah, I
ECAS,
don't, I don't
Economic Community
understand.
of
I
Central
don't
African
understand.
States.
I don't know why they went to join East Africa.
No man, all these things are just for but
Now
Congo
they
is not
join East
even in it.
Africa. It's too weak. They can't do nothing. Congo
Mm,
should join Central Africa and make alliance with Cameroon military. They'll send them, and 2 days they will wipe out that bloody what
exactly.
they
How
call
can you don't you I believe that Cameroon military is more stronger than Kenya. I've
this.
seen
Of
these
course,
Kenyan people, they look these people look like a lap people.
yeah. Just join Cameroon military, and we just give them like 1,000 B battalion. They'll wipe
Stay,
out that bloody M23
mm, you
in
see
no
the
time.
way be man they stand for your phone. So from
Yeah,
head
yeah,
to
yeah.
toe.
You
Lap
piece your
lap.
address.
See Monzo. Lap people they stand. Our military
Yeah,
they did like Francis Gano. Francis
yeah,
Gano
yeah.
no.
Of course, of
So
course, of
military
course.
this. SK don't see East Kenyan
But
man
me,
stand like that.
yeah, be that they choose them, no. They
Yep,
choose
height. Yeah.
buy everything physique, yeah. So
Physique.
I don't know why. I don't understand why they are part of East Africa. It does not make sense at all.
No, they are not part. They are a few. I watched a video on fans. Fans. I think African 24. They were they had a ECAS, Economic Community of Central African State, Chad, Central African Republic, Congo, and all these things. This is the thing, right? DRC want to be, Congo want to be, they want to take Cameroon's role as the big dog in Central Africa. When they join East Africa, they don't have too much voice because Kenya is the one running it and stuff like that. So
Mhm.
maybe they want to have an ample role. And another thing too is language. Most countries in the
Yeah,
East, most of them
they
are
speak
English,
English and
they
they
speak
speak
English.
French. I think they're
Yeah,
just using because I think there's a part of Congo that speaks Swahili and the other
Swahili,
part
that's
speaks
Eastern Congo.
Lingala.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah, Eastern Congo. I think so. They will think, oh, we speak Swahili, but this other part speak Lingala.
Right.
So I don't.
But let me give you even some insight, right? Even Rwanda and Burundi. Did you know these countries are Central Africa?
Of course, let me share them out. To me, that's central. I don't even know why
Right.
why they put them.
Burundi and Rwanda are in the Central African Economic Community of Central African State. Because few days ago, when they were hosting Central Africa, I saw flags of all these countries: Burundi, Rwanda, Congo, Angola, Gabon, the Equatorial, all these countries were part of it. So yeah,
Let
but
me
the
see
thing
if I
is, Central Africa uh, uh, Committee of African State is not, is they need to do more, man. They need to do more because they have this is divided between the people that have this French franc and the people that are not using it. You know
yeah.
what I
Look at
mean?
that.
Like for instance, Cameroon is talking more to Gabon and all these countries because Angola is not using the French franc. This Congo is not using it. So that's where you know the the problem is. They have to lean more in terms of business. Central Economic Committee of Central African State is one of the, the region in Africa where it's mostly not landlocked, but road infrastructure is a problem.
Yeah, because if you look, the only Central African country you have Central African Republic, you have Sudan, South Sudan, you have Congo,
Now,
Uganda. To me, is
South
Central Africa.
Sudan are all east. Sudan
But
are
look
all
at the
east.
thing. But South Sudan, then there's Ethiopia. How can it be
Mhm.
East?
No,
You
those are
understand?
those are east. Those are. I mean, just because they
So
share, they are next door
if
to.
yeah, but if okay, if you consider South Sudan East Africa, then why don't you consider Rwanda and Burundi East Africa?
But that's what it's like. Most people are saying that Cameroon is West Africa instead of Central. That's the same thing that
No,
you
but
might
look,
have.
they consider Cameroon Central West. Look, it's just because we are not part of ECOWAS. That's why Cameroon willingly did not want to be part of
No,
ECOWAS.
Cameroon used to be part of ECOWAS years back.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they used to
They,
be part
they,
of
they
ECOWAS.
left because they did not want Nigerian to take
Yeah,
over.
there was dominance. They didn't want
Yeah.
dominance. They want to
Now
have their. Yeah.
now we dominate Central Africa, like
Yeah, of course.
completely.
Even the dam that is built in is the biggest dam in Central Africa,
Yeah,
in
yeah.
Cameroon. So
Chad,
I see if
Chad is
Cameroon has to improve, man, and a lot of things have
yeah,
to
yeah, yeah,
improve.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I
Cameroon
believe
is
that
actually doing Cameroon is actually doing good despite their issues
I
proportionate
believe
to.
that us we have been through this dictatorial regime, right? By 2025, I believe that the next president that is coming in Cameroon, I think things will change, right? Because we have been so docile. We are not making our voice heard in Central
I
Africa.
know
We used to,
some
you know,
yeah, some people say dictator. To me, I still believe in centralized power. Okay, look, see Nigeria. You don't want Cameroon to be messed up like Nigeria. You don't want Cameroon to be
yeah,
messed up like Chad. You don't want Cameroon to be messed up like Central African Republic. Look, all these
yeah,
three countries bordering Cameroon is chaos just because people want democracy. If that's
yeah.
gonna come here, before you know, all these Chadins, some Boko Haram, all these people from here, they're gonna run and come here and meet this other Muslim here and these ones. But just because Cameroon is centralized government, these people here don't have power. But if we give
Mhm.
them power, that's my problem. All these Islamic people will come from Nigeria here and take over this place. I'll be chaos. That's my problem. If to me, you understand what I'm trying to say.
No,
But just
yeah, I
because
mean,
we have Paul Biya that is a dictator, he has power all over the place. If you are Muslim or whatever, the governors are more powerful. So it creates some stability. But these countries, it's like Kenya, Central Africa, okay, even like Gabon, Equatorial Guinea, they have a little bit of stability. Like
Stability,
Gabon
yeah.
is, yeah, Gabon is like actually like really, really nice country. You
Oh yeah.
understand? Yeah, Gabon is like I think one of the highest GDP in
Yeah,
Africa. They have
GDP, even
8,000
Equatorial Guinea. And this is why I'm glad of these countries, right? Because even Congo Brazzaville, you don't have an influx of these people coming into Cameroon. So that border, is good. So the only influx that we have is Central African Republic and Chad
This is
coming in
Gabon.
into Cameroon.
The Gabon is nice. They have that
Gabon
small. They have oil. Central Africa
yeah,
is the richest. You understand?
it's the richest. Come on, man. For when it comes to forest, don't you
Of
see the
course,
timber and all these things? A
even
few
even
days
more
ago,
they have smaller countries.
Macron was just in Gabon 2 days ago. He's going to DRC Congo.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Equatorial
man.
Guinea.
Even Equatorial Guinea, all these.
Yeah, even Cameroon. The countries that are selling us out is this Central Africa. We look at Central Africa. They're supposed to be rich. They're green people. It's
Oh,
just
they
this
yeah.
Muslim and look. It's just as green as Cameroon.
It's all green. They have land mass. In
Yeah.
few years, Cameroon needs to exploit. If Cameroon was so strong, man, I will have invaded Central Africa
We
and
need
take part
to
of that
send some
land.
people. Yeah, we take more, but the problem is that we don't have population problem. If we
Yeah,
had
we all
population,
have them.
then
Yeah,
we
man.
don't. Yeah, if we had population,
Because
we just send the bill. They take half of this side and add it
take
to
half of
Cameroon.
that land close to a Betua, all those
Yeah,
places.
yeah,
Those
yeah.
are all the-
Just yeah,
mm.
because these people, despite how big they are really
Their
small, and it's
population
just
is not up to 5 million.
yeah, yeah. It's just a really dusty country. It's like I mean,
Did you know that the
completely.
land size of Gabon is bigger than even Ghana?
No, but Gabon is big. Ghana is small. Ghana is not a big
Yeah,
country.
it's bigger than Ghana, but the population of Gabon is like not even up to 6 million as well.
Yeah, if you look at Ghana, you look at Gabon. You mean the surface area?
The surface
Mm,
area, yeah, land mass, yeah,
yeah, I think. Let me check. Yeah, it's
yeah. Of course, I check all those things. The surface area, I was like, wow, and the population of Gabon is not up to 6 million or five.
oh, Gabon is 2 million something.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But their land mass, their surface land mass is bigger than Ghana, and Ghana is
Gabon,
over 30 million.
yeah, Gabon has 267,666 kilometers square. 267,000.
And
Let's
then
see
what
Ghana.
about Ghana? Ghana have like 230.
Let's see Ghana. Yeah, yeah. Ghana just have 200. Yeah, you're correct. 239. Yeah,
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 man.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, 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 wow.
Mm.
Yeah, yeah. It's bigger, and
Yeah.
so they've not even tapped into your country. You understand?
Exactly. And
The
their
country
population is too, they have not
is
tapped into it.
yeah. The population is
I
really
wish,
small.
real small, man. I wish one day Cameroon can,
All people in Gabon, they live in Libreville. This place.
Libreville and, yep, Libreville and,
That's
yep,
that's where they
Libreville.
live. Libreville, around this place. Everyone in Gabon lives in Libreville, and this
Or you like,
vast,
but
fertile land.
Libreville, oh yeah?
Yeah, yeah. Everyone in Gabon lives in Libreville. That's
But
yeah.
even that Libreville is not even up to Douala, guy.
Well, it's got some development, but that's it.
I
Two
know.
million people they live there. Only Douala cannot fit all of them. The whole of Douala is bigger than Gabon, the population. Douala
Their
now
second biggest city is what is it? That is also by the beach too. Is that
this one, Port
yeah,
Gent.
Port Gentil, yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. And for you to go there, you have to only fly because there is no road that goes to that city.
Mm.
Yep, there's no road. They don't have because they have all these waterways and things, and it's all jungle. One thing about Gabon is all forest.
Yeah, it has forests.
Man, have you
Yeah.
seen Equatorial Guinea? Have you seen the way they are constructing Equatorial Guinea? If you go on satellite, even
Equatorial
go
Guinea,
to
to me, Equatorial Guinea, like Malabo, this Malabo, yeah. the capital.
Yep.
It's closer to Douala than it's closer to their
Cameroon should
country.
have invaded that Malabo and take that island, man. I don't know why. Cameroon, come
Yeah,
on.
we could have
Amadou
done that.
Aïdjo could have done, yeah, man.
But that's the thing. We don't want to go and fight people.
Few days ago, they want to stand tall and talk how they want to chase Cameroon out, man. I was telling one of my guys said, man, Cameroon has been so docile. You see, all what Russia is doing to Ukraine, Cameroon will have done the same thing, you know.
Yeah, we know Africans country don't really do. We don't want to do. We just want to
Yeah,
mind our own businesses. We don't
it
have
is
that
what it is. Yeah,
expand
go to that mainland, right? Go to mainland. You're
Equatorial
right
Guinea.
there. Yeah, go to that upper place. There's a place called Kiosi. Yup, where that mouse is. No, yeah, that's Campo. Yup, up. Your right hand side. Go. There's a town.
Right. You want Equatorial Guinea or
Equatorial Guinea, right next to Gabon border. Go to that upper. There's a place there called Kiosi. You're right there. Yeah. Expand that place a little. No, up, all the way up, boy.
this one? No.
No,
Up,
all the
up.
way up. Yup, right. Yeah, that border Cameroon, Gabon. You're right there. Expand
But
that
this is
place right there, right? Yup.
a
Expand it
bit
right.
okay.
Touch satellite on your
Ah,
computer. Touch satellite.
is this one?
Yeah.
QC.
Touch satellite because you're on Google Map. There's a place on your where you can touch satellite. You could actually see buildings and road, and you see
Yeah,
what
this okay.
that is the border between. Yup, right there. You see, they have created a ring road. That is all. You see, that's the border. You see what Equatorial Guinea have done right there. That is Cameroon right there, right? They call that place Kiosi.
Mm-hmm. But
That
this
is
is Cameroon.
Cameroon.
This side is Cameroon.
That's Equatorial Guinea border right there. The ones that are mouses right there.
This
Man,
one.
yeah, that one. You see that ring road? You see that road like that? Equatorial Guinea have created a ring road. Yup, a ring road in their Ebebein. Man, these
There's a
guys
ring
have
road.
constructed. Yup, you see how that road goes round? They say that's the border right there. That's the entering port for you to enter from Cameroon to Equatorial Guinea. Yup, you have
I've
to.
seen the that's the toll
Yeah,
gate
that's the
there.
place. Come on, man. You need to know how to research. That's the place right there. But a ring road now, you see how that road is round. That is
Yeah.
inside Equatorial Guinea. Houses in that place. I've seen videos, man. You won't believe. Skyscrapers.
But there's not much houses.
No, when you come down into the city, that's
It's more
Cameroon.
like
Coming down south into Equatorial Guinea.
Equatorial
Yup.
Guinea.
Yeah, that's
Ah,
Equatorial. Yup. Man, they are building. If they are, all that place is all that. These guys have done infrastructure in that place.
yeah, but you see, there's still mass vast land. You
Vast
understand?
land, man. They don't have population.
Just say only the small place, but look at them. You
Yeah,
understand?
you know they are building a new capital city, right? In Equatorial
Look,
Guinea.
oh God, only this small place here.
That's their
Ah,
small place. Equatorial Guinea is not that big.
that's the border. It's a border
That's the
town,
border.
so that's why we have
It's a
some
border
activity.
town between Gabon, Cameroon, and Equatorial Guinea. That's why they call it frontier, Trois Frontier. That's where all these guys they get deported. QC. When they talk of QC, that's where it is. You know, yeah, because people can just walk through the border and buy Equatorial Guineas. They walk through Cameroon and buy their things. Cameroon walk through, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So
Yeah, Equatorial Guinea is, but it's not the smallest country on the mainland Africa. The smallest country on mainland Africa is the Gambia. You
yeah,
know,
there's Gambia. Yeah, Gambia is
Burundi, yeah.
small. No, I think Gambia is Burundi and Rwanda is bigger than Gambia. Gambia
Yep.
sometimes you have hard time seeing it on the map. You must
Yeah.
zoom before you see
But I
Gambia.
believe one day, man, Cameroon will be a great country, man, like Kenyans. At least one day we should be proud of Cameroon, man, because, I've seen the lifestyle. Things will change. Mm. We stand a better chance. Things will change. We are next door to Nigeria and all these other countries. We have a voice as well in Africa. We are not, nobody should say we don't have we have a voice, in sport we have made an impact, right? So we have made impacts on other domains in Africa as well. So we are recognized, you know, So yep. Where is that?
Just Libreville.
Oh, Libreville, yeah. But they don't have too much road like Cameroon, man. Like Cameroon,
But they're supposed
Douala
to
is
be they're supposed to be rich.
yeah, they are rich. Of course, they are rich. Yeah, I always go on
Infrastructure
satellite.
wise, infrastructure wise,
Yeah,
they should be better.
yeah, they are good because, like I said, you don't see the influx of people from Gabon into Cameroon. You don't see that.
Yeah,
You know,
Gabonese don't move. They don't.
they
They
don't
just
move.
stay in their country
Even
and then
Equatorial Guinea, you don't see the influx. I mean, most of them go to school in Cameroon, but it's not like, you know, they are coming to like halls or anything. You
Kigali.
know,
No, that's Rwanda.
right? Even Congo Brazzaville as well. You
No,
know,
straight to
and did
Rwanda.
you know they just constructed a new road between Cameroon, Congo Brazzaville, and that road they want to construct. They want to link that Kinshasa. They want to build a bridge between Kinshasa and Congo Brazzaville, so you can actually drive from Cameroon to Congo Brazzaville into Kinshasa because
The
those are the
Kinshasa
closest.
and Brazzaville.
Brazzaville. Yup,
It's just,
they want to be a bridge on that river.
I thought there was a bridge already.
No, they don't have no bridge that is linking them. There is no
Mm,
bridge linking those two countries. Those are the closest capital cities in the world. Two
there's no
countries.
bridge. Yeah.
There's no bridge. They have been saying that for a long time, but they have not, they have not been able to achieve it. I wish, because they just built a new road between Cameroon and Congo Brazzaville, through that border, through that forest, that road that is going up. Yeah. There's actually a beauty. I've seen it on video. That road is nice. From Sang Malima in the south, it takes you all the way to Congo Brazzaville. Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it should be.
that road right.
But
Yeah.
that's not it.
No, that's not gonna be it. But they,
It's like this Sanaga River. That's the Sanaga
yeah,
River.
but that's still Congo Brazz. That's still Congo. That is up. Come on, up. Yeah, come on is right there.
But that
Man, we're
was the
gonna
point.
talk, man. One of my guys is calling me.
Okay, man. Thanks for coming. Thanks for coming. So,
Yeah,
thanks
yeah.
for
Let's just
staying
call it
with
a
us,
shot.
guys. Yeah. So, subscribe to the Pan African Alliance. Now, talking politics and encouraging young Africans to get into politics. Now, we've been here for 3 hours. We're talking first about this, about like white people are not any great. They just have advantage. We've seen how they took the dust in South Africa. So it's not high IQ, whatever. If you don't have an advantage, you still suffer. So we had that discussion before. If you come in late, you might check if you want. And we went on talking about the Pan African Alliance, how we're going to create awareness and things like that. So yeah, so it has been an interesting conversation. Thank all of you for coming. And until then, see you next time. Bye.